अविरल निर्मल सलिल सदय ज्ञान प्रदायिनी ज्योतिर्मय हो चहु दिशि उद्घोष अभय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय प्रबल प्रवाहमयी नित नूतन जीवन दायिनी सदा सनातन वेद प्रणीता परम पुनीता हे धारा अक्षय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय दयानंद से प्रेम भक्ति ले हंसराज से त्याग शक्ति ले धर्म भक्ति का राष्ट्र शक्ति का हो निर्माण उदय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय सुख समृद्धि इसकी लहरे प्रेम शांति इसके तट ठहरे सघन शांति में प्रबल क्रांति में लिए अटल निश्चय दिए विजय जय दिए विजय जय
First day it is post-pandemic teacher challenges, and second phase, the second day, conceptual learning and NP 2020. The schedule of the program is that the first session is will begin at 9:45 to 10:40, and there is a breakfast between 10:40 and 11 am, followed by the second session, third and fourth session, and there is a lunch break between 2 p.m. and 2:50 p.m. And after that we will have two sessions, final session and feedback session also. So before I request our respected resource person to start the program, I would like to request Honorable Principal Sir to present his welcome note.
First of all, very good morning to one and all.
At the outset, I am elated to welcome our resource person, Dr. Shrestita Chanda from
Bethel Mission School, Godda.
and Mrs. Anindita Tiwari from DAV Public School, Gopulpur, in 2 days integrated offline training for teachers organized by Sahodya School Complex, Godda, Pakur, Sahibganj, under the aegis of Confederation of Jharkhand Sahodya. Further, I express my greetings to the respected principals and the learned teachers of different CBSE schools. Dear teachers, Sahodya means rising together by creating a blended learning environment, owning appropriate skills that build competencies for future readiness, ways and means to empower the teacher and learner for the future, cooperation among all CBSE schools, collaborating for curriculum, evaluation, pedagogy and regular capacity building of teacher. When we attend training program, it gives us an opportunity for continuous professional development skills and tools. We get upskilled and we naturally feel confident, happy and motivated to achieve greater things with our students. As you know, our resource person will be enlightening us on the post-pandemic teacher with the challenges and conceptual learning and NEP 2020. The topics are very relevant and useful in today's perspective of education. I am hopeful that the 2 days integrated session will be informative for all of us, and at the end we will enlighten with a new method and means to apply in our school. I am extremely thankful to the Confederation of Jharkhand Sahodya and much obliged to CBSE COE Patna for organizing this event at our school. At the end, I expect all the participants to be very interactive to have a fruitful outcome of the session. Thank you.
Alright, good morning every one of you. Am I audible? See, that's what I said, I don't need this. It is working, but I think I'm much more louder. Yes. So, warm welcome to every one of you. How are you all? Fine? How much fine? How much fine? Very fine. But there isn't any smile. In the morning, you know what happens? People think about it. If it is a training session, it's going to be very boring. It's going to be very not so lustful. So actually, we are all very lethargic. And there are certain areas which strike in our mind. We already know this. We are doing all this. Then where is this training? This is not a training. This is only an interactions with each one of you. I just wanted to come out of my own shell and wanted to have a talk with you. That's it. Please take it for granted. These 2 days, I am your friend who is coming from a very long area, very long distance, and just one where we are going to laugh together, we are going to talk with one another, where we are going to each and every way interact and initiate with each other. So very, very warm welcome to every one of you. So before I start, I would request, I could see so many tables. So instead of sitting in one table, I want the table, it should have all the subjects. That means it should have a teacher of English, social science, mathematics, all should be interlinked. Please get up from your own place. I request all the educators अपने अपने जगह पे खड़े हो जाइए. हर एक टेबल के अंदर मुझे साइंस चाहिए, इंग्लिश चाहिए, मैथ्स चाहिए, फिजिक्स चाहिए, केमिस्ट्री चाहिए. ऐसा करके you mingle up yourself. I think they are sitting like that. Are you sitting like that, every one of you? No. I'm coming down. I don't think so. In one table, one subject or all subjects? All subjects. You are sitting with? What's your subject?
My subject is computer,
SST, accountancy. I want more people over here. Only 4 people are sitting. At least I want 9 to 10 people in one table. Then only I'm happy. I want to mingle up. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Please, I want the tables to be incorporated. Come on. Each table should have 10 members. Each table should have 10 members. हर एक table में 10 members चाहिए. हर table में 10 लोग चाहिए. अब आप लोग कैसे करेंगे? आप मुझे लोग चाहिए 10 लोग. एक table में. Be quick, please. Be quick. I want 10 people in all the row. Amrita is going to share you one paper. Yes, Amrita is sharing you one sheet of paper. What you are supposed to do is, as you will see on the, what you are supposed to do is, like I have written my name, Sreshmita. In the opposite, it looks like Athi Tha Sar Sarta. I don't know how does it sounds like. So every one of you, those who are having the sheet of a paper, you are going to write your own name, and then you will write the opposite letters. Like your name is Kamal, so K-A-M-A-L, so you will write L-A-M-A-K. Lakam or something like that, it will be sounding over. So I come to every one of you, you have exactly 2 seconds to finish it up. Quick! Names also, okay? I'll tell you to collect. Is this working? Is this working? This is working also? Can I have the names? Where I'm coming down. Those things which are actually happening with the children.
Man, when I look at that kid, it's hard to believe that that was actually me.
Now it is happening. So I'll go back to my emotions.
So angry, felt so alone. so hard to make friends. But to tell you the truth, it probably wasn't much fun to be around. I definitely found schoolwork so much. You know, my teacher, she just made such a difference. I knew she liked me even though she pulled me up when I did something wrong. She was always happy towards me and smiling and showed an interest in me. She definitely noticed that I needed something extra than the other kids. So, my teacher ended up calling my parents. She got us booked in.
6 to 8. At that time, this is a very growing segment. Very, very growing segment. They are going through so many of the repercussions in their life. They have a problem at their house, they have a problem over there, at the outside, at the playground. There is no one who is going to listen to them. So they want someone to listen to them. Of course, I know because I also take the classes of 12. So I understand it is not at all possible to go one-to-one in a 40 minutes, or it is not at all possible for going one-to-one with the 40 students. But at least one thing we can do. If you find that somewhere or the other way, that person is not at all in a good mood, it's not at all in a good position, and is not being very reciprocative in your classroom, at least ask. Please ask. जैसा मैं पूछती हूँ, आप लोग भी पूछिए, क्या बात है बेटा, आज आप अच्छा मूड में क्यों नहीं है? क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Especially girls, because they are maybe in those times when they want, but they cannot say that they need a special assistance. So this particular thing, what I made you show, these are emotions. So we all have emotions. Is it visible to every one of you what it says? Every student has its own story. Every one of us are having stories of our childhood, of our adulthood, what we did, what we want to do. There are lots of things which are being there in our mind and our brain shots. So even a child also has that. Maybe that person is being struggled and dwindled with so much of the things that he wants somebody should hear me aloud. So that's why every student has his own story and a backpack, teaching students to appreciate each other. Like I came down to you, मैंने आपके पास आया, आप लोगों से आपका नाम पूछा, थोड़ा मस्ती किया. I think when I entered also, I greeted every one of you good morning. Remember? And I greeted you with a smile. This is always you will find this. This is very important. Maybe you had a very rough morning anytime it can happen to any one of us. We are not in a good mood. Maybe our dear and near ones is not in a best place they should have been. There is so much of stringence being happening. As you can see, my laptop I thought in a different setup, now it is in a different setup. So there are many atrocities that can come into our way. There are so many difficulties. But that does not mean that we will lose to smile, isn't it? So that's what a child needs. It needs care, it needs feelings to understand. So as you could see, there are emojis which are being shared. I believe these emojis can express many of the things which of course are lines, sentences, cultures, tradition cannot speak. If you want to love someone, you don't need to write I love you, but a simple gesture can make absolutely change the habit. So as I am continuously telling you, I want to become your friend. Let me see how much you can be friend with me. With feelings and bodily arousal. So what are the feelings? It says that subjective experience give rise to affective experience, pleasure or displeasure. Something which we like, which we don't like, that is being understood in our feelings. We have our feelings. Like I asked you, that what is your emotion today? You said, some of you said, I wanted to just meet you. Somebody said, I wanted to greet you. Somebody said, okay, we just came to find out what, lingering things can be done. So there are lots of emotions and feelings which goes hand to hand with us. So what is this cognitive process? This is a kind of a social expression. Now we are making this social expression, like every one of you are coming from a different background. Every one of you are coming from a different setup. Every one of you are working in a different setup. Of course you will say we are all in this education world, but the fact is, we are all working in a different spheres with a different subjects. We are experimenting, we are exploiting, we are turning into different experimental visualizations. So every one of us are having emotions in our own ways, expressing to ourselves. So these are cognitive areas where we can be socialized with each other. Next, as you could see, perceptual effects. So these effects are very important because whenever you have given your lecture, at least in that 40 people, 1 or 2 has got inspired. That's important. That's how your emotion does changes. Whatever the lecture you are giving, whether you are giving it for maths, science, SST, anywhere, but you will find somewhere or the other way that person is being very receptive to you, has become very resilient to you, and have come back to you, changed and made it very impractical. So behavior is the goal-directed motivation that we tell people. Alright, so this also comes up in a behavior, your gesture, your attributives, your aspects, and your deliberation, everything comes in your emotion. So this is important. I have an activity to play. Can I have a person, please? I have an activity to play. So, ma'am, you will distribute this to one table, and they can together come in. As you could see, this is an activity. So you have to fill this up, and you have exactly 2 minutes. Cook your Maggies as fast as possible. 2 minutes में मैगी बनाइए. Activity का मैगी. जल्दी. Can you catch them in? Because I don't consider 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sir, please come over here. Please go there. Please go this. Sir, please come here also. Sir, hello. इधर आ जाइए. 10 जन हो जाए. Those who have already got the activity, fine. Those who have not got the activity, this is for you people. So this is, I would request every one of you to look at the projector, because until and unless your activity Xerox comes in, you cannot do the work. So please enhance what exactly we always face in our classrooms. school, I did one mission. Excuse me, can I have some silence? I think you have come to listen to me and I will be listening to you. This is what we had a deal. यही deal है हमारा दोस्ती का. हम आपका सुनेंगे, आप मेरा सुनेंगे. So what I did is, I did a box. I took a box and after doing 1.5 month class the previous year, I kept that box in one place. And I told the students that you write your problems over there. So this is a problem what they have written. This is not from somewhere else. So I want you to also see this because these are the problems what every one of us are facing. So I'll go back to the slides again. I would request every one of you because this is something, a very strong message. I might be too scared to come to you. If you see me struggling, please say something. This is very important. अगर आप कहीं पे देखते हैं that the person is actually not speaking it up, opening up of the shell, you need to go up and find. इसमें कोई शर्मिंदगी नहीं है. अगर आप खुद उठ के जाके उसको बोलते हैं, इसमें आप छोटा नहीं बनेंगे. अगर छोटा ही बनना था, तो शायद कलाम साहब ऐसा नहीं बनते. I don't think so that Vivekananda would not have been calling every one of us or the Americans brothers and sisters. So we have to take initiative. No one is taking the initiative. Okay, fine, fantastic. Take your one step ahead. That makes you teacher. So I want you to see this clipping. This is very important. These are emotions. That's why we are all here. Please. Enough to build it in such a fashion that whatever comes onto their way, they are self-equipped, independent within they themselves. They can rise a feast and say, I am all alone capable of doing anything. How many of you have seen the film Ghumar? Is there anyone who has seen the film Ghumar? It is of Mr. Junior Bachchan and that girl. Anyone? No? Please watch it. You will find a different kind of a motivation. You know what happens? We teachers can, I think, push our limitations wherever it is being taken. The girl had an ambition to play the test match for India. She got the chance also. But on the very night, the next day when she was about to fly to England, she lost her right arm. And she was a right-hand batsman. The story doesn't end here. No, I'm not talking about a cinema, this is actually a perpetuality which can happen with any one of us. Right is being there. Give them the pathway. Please give them, show them something that yes, it's alright. Don't scold them. If they are doing something wrong, no issue. I remember some couple of days ago, our head girl, she was about to take the pledge. India is my country and all Indians are my brothers and sisters. But looking at so many important guests, she fumbled. She was struggling to say anything. So nevertheless, as I was standing beside, because I was anchor, so two teachers, very junior teacher, who were teaching in nursery, you won't believe, they came up hurriedly. Sarashwati ma'am, can we help her? She's struggling. This is what is important. Anyone can help anyone. Please take the next step. That's important. From the beginning to the last, I'm saying the same thing. Take the step. Next is responsible decision making. Very important. Please give them that career counseling. If it is being happening in your school, please give them that career opportunity. There are many students who are very low average. हम लोग बोलते हैं कुछ नहीं हो सकता उसके साथ, हो सकता है. Find out the way that anything is possible with that. That person may not be good in Sanskrit, that person may not be good in English, that cannot a person good in any other thing. Maybe that person is very good in physics. His physics criteria are fantastic, awesome, exquisite. So use that brain, use that utility and use it in the different aspects. Let him do all the projects. Showcase him. Let him go in the front. So this is how you can show confidence and relativity. And future self. This I feel this is very important because every one of you are in a very noble profession. We are making society. We are not only stuck into our syllabuses. We have to move outside. We have to think out of the box. That's very important. So this is a collaborative because the communities, families and everyone, the schools, the classroom, as I think this is a common scenario what you had been looking into in many of the CEO trainings, because this is important. But for me, latest technology. Every time you won't be having smart boards, every time you won't be having your lappies, every time you don't have an iPod, your words, your verses are very important. Swami Vivekananda did not have this. Ramakrishna Paramahans did not have this. Dayananda Saraswati did not have this. But they had something which has made the world to be called to them as the great teachers of the whole world. So these are important. So for me, this is important. The cutest classroom of the newest outfit. What you do need is a passion for learning and a heart to love every student who enters your classroom. So whoever it is, whatever the background they are coming from, maybe they are the first generation learner, they have come to know something to you. How can you push them off? There in my school also I find that there are some people who are a little bit frustrated, little bit angry on their mood. Everybody is not funky like me. I'm a minion lover, I always smile. I'm always in a smile. I'm a happy-go-lucky man. I don't feel in punishment. My punishment is abracadabra punishment. What is that? Take your tongue out and stand like a monkey. That is the punishment. Yeah. So that he also laughs, the others also laugh. So he will not do that. I cannot assure you that he will not do it anyway, but at least that person will feel embarrassed. So these kinds of things, and even in the beginning what I said, write your name in the opposite direction. Like I told, my name is Shrestita. If I make it done in the opposite direction, I don't know what it comes into. So there are many names which can be done into different actions. So these are importance for making any kind of a teacher to a supreme teacher, and I believe that. So these are the rules and successful, because I have to wind it up because I have already given a TikTok. If I don't do, they will also scold me. So do you want me to scold you? Sorry, I cannot scold anybody. I only want that the interaction should be smooth and the rules and regulations are to be done very minutely and very, very smoothly. So the rules of a successful teacher is, I think, you come inside your classroom much more prepared. That's important. Like here, you could see some preparation I did. Every one of us needs certain preparation. Take it for granted, at your house today, at a certain point, a phone call came and your principal says, excuse me, I am coming for dinner at your nights. What would you do? Bhag jaoge? There are some people who will be saying, ish, now why he's coming? I'm so tired today. They will grumble. Some of the people say that, okay sir, I will make it possible, some arrangements. Some of the people will do whatever is there, they will make an arrangement, and some of the people will try to make it special, because the fact is, first impression is the last impression. I believe in that. First impression is the last impression. Whatever you do, whatever you are trying to make it possible, make it so warm, make it so cognitive, make it so cozy that the person feels friendly at home. Maybe that person is coming to you to share something which you don't know. Maybe he wants to share certain things. He wants to discuss certain things. Maybe his burden will be a little bit less. That happens with our children also. That's very true. I think those who are taking, me, I told you, I take the highermost people where they are moving into somewhere in an outside world which they are absolutely unknown to. Class 12. So after this, there will be no one to take them with discipline. There will be no one to take them with so much of coziness. There won't be anybody, hey, why are you doing this? Don't do like that. Nobody will scold them. That's very important. So do that. I think that's the greatest rule of the teacher. So next, I'm going to thank every one of you, because I feel I am blessed to have every one of you, because I am also a student. There are many of you who are much more aged than me, who are much more experienced than me, who have seen much more lives than me. And usi Guru ko salam karte hue, this is a tribute to all of you. Please watch it. Only the fact is those who have not finished their activity, it's a kind request. When you come up from your breakfast, please finish the activity because I will know the answers from you because those are related with your emotions. We'll take a short break of how much? 10 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay. I remember because I come from a land where I had been brought up in a missionary, St. Augustine's, Kalimpong. So all the fathers and sisters, where I did not understand what is the meaning of smile, because there was no smile. It's what he said, khadus, bahut hi khadus. Speaking it, that what we were being doing, now we cannot do that. Even pandemic had a huge loss onto their learning, and that recovery and renewal, as you could see that particular slide, is very important. Now why it is important and why we are talking about it, every one of us, all the educators need to understand this. Because loss, whatever had it happened has happened, but that loss cannot continue. We have to put a stop at it. Like Max certainly said, we need smart teachers, smart classes, smart technology, smartest students. But how to make them? Because still they are lagging. There are people, they are the first generation learner. What is to be done with them? This learning loss, whatever the gap had been filled up, can that be filled in? What exactly are we doing to make that muddled situation come into not more a strangled one, but in a normal and a smooth gesture? That's important. We need to look at the video. I don't know whether you will like it or not, but I believe this is what every one of us are facing. Sound is not there. examination. I guess every one of you could relate with that what coronavirus has done to us. And even after this 2 years it's been going on, it's not going on smooth because people have lost their basics. You ask the children about a simple calculations, they have to thought onto it. I'm not talking about very good meritorious student. We have to think about even those who are low average students. Maybe they don't have any kind of a situation at their own house where they could make it possible. So that's important. So this is a learning loss which every one of us needs to understand why it is. So the assessment for learning, I would request every one of you to kindly penetrate into the planning, whatever is being shared to you, which enables the teachers to use and reflecting on the most experienced people over here, because we the juniors of course are going to learn. Even the experienced ones are saying they need to learn it, because whatever they had learned before 25 years doesn't exist now. Of course it does exist. It exists in a different, far more subtle manner, far more energetic manner, in a far more enthusiastic, far more digitalized manner. It was the same, but now we take it into more active and more smarter manner. That's important. So that's why assessment for learning. Whatever we are giving them to learn, please don't give them a rote learning. That's what CBSE is also putting and nurturing into. Please make their conception clear. If it is not possible in your 4-square room, please take them outside. Make it possible in some other fashion. Make it possible with videos. Make it possible with practical examples. Talk to them. Talk about your own life. Depict the stories into it. I know it has been possible even in Hindi language. It has been possible in Sanskrit languages. Even it is possible in physics, chemistry, biology, everywhere. Without science, anything cannot be possible. It cannot rotate. It cannot assimilate, it cannot stimulate. So naturally, in this stimulation, we need this assessment of learning. So if you're looking into the projector, I would request please read it and get inside, get in times, get imbibed with the ideologies where they monitor their own progress. Absolutely, subtly if you look into it, that whatever you are giving it to them, they are realistically listening to you. At least not 100, at least 10 of them are listening to you. And that 10 are going to make those changes in the life. Everybody is not going to sit for UPS examination, sir. Every one of them are not going to become IPS or IAS officer. There will be teachers also. There will be bus conductors also. There will be a shopkeeper also. There will be a social worker also. There will be a doctor also. There will be an engineer also. There will be lots of people doing and enhancing and multiplying different kind of socially respective works. But how to make them so efficient? That's important. Whatever the loss had been happening continuously, that needs to be sufficed with the smart work. And that smart work, we have to find it. Like, take it for granted, every one of us are educated. That's why we have earned a job. I always believe that we earn everything. Whatever we are doing it, nobody gives and trusts it on our face. No one. No one. Believe me, no one. When we had faced our interviews, nobody has given, please take this job. No, nobody has done this. You have to face it. You have to earn it. And when you earn that perpetual respect, of course you have earned it. So that's important. How to earn this and how to recover this loss. This topic is onto that. So that's why please reflect onto whatever is there on the board. Assist teachers to use evidences of student learning to access student achievement against learning goals and standards. Please, it's an earnest request, don't stick inside your syllabuses only. Syllabus will be there. I always hear it, my comments also say, we have to finish the syllabus, we have to finish the syllabus. Yeah, of course we have to finish the syllabus. How will you finish it? Just reading it, just making it done. Achha, this is your classwork, this is your homework, this is your assessment, this is your worksheet, and finished. We don't speak up to them, we don't go up and forward. Hey, why didn't you do your homework? Why didn't you do this? This is enough. This is our, but this is only our world? No. This is not our world. Please go and ask them what they want to do, what they want to feel it. If they are not, why they are not doing that classwork? Ask them. Give them some more engaging word, what they are going to do. वही घिसा पीटा देंगे तो वो काम नहीं करेंगे, बिल्कुल नहीं हो पाएगा. So that's important. So that's That's why do I want them to get to? This is my question also. My question to every educator. This is the next question. Where do I want them to get to? Are they going to become a man or a woman of the next society with substance or without substance? The question is yours. The question is mine. The question is about them. They are asking. We are supposed to answer because we are teachers. We have taken the penance to take that sort. So it depends on us what we want to do. How big is the gap? Like I find it in my school also. The maths HOD says to me, Madam, it's not possible, there is a huge gap. I cannot make them understand. They don't understand the probability. I say, please give them certain probabilities, how they can understand their probability. Every time if you stick inside the wall, show them some minimization with the 3D dimension. Show them the pathway. Because nowadays what is happening, because of the Google Babaji, what the students are thinking, I will get it done with my tuition teacher or I will sit back at the home. No. Tell them the right thing. I am there to help you. I'll show you the right, alright, you want to watch the video? I will show you the right video. I will tell you the right video, which is to be seen and which is to be understood from. Show them that curricularity. You will find it come to you. It is not true. Whatever they should have. Because nobody is sharing them the confidence that what Sir also spoke just a couple of minutes ago. We cannot find that kind of confidence. It is our duty, teachers, to build that perpetual confidence within them. To build that proportionate confidence within them that yes, you have the ability, you can do it. Like in the beginning only I shared that the head girl could not even say the prayer, what she is saying every day, but looking at so full of members, so much dignitaries, she got frustrated. She got palpitations. Oh my goodness, will I be able to say? When she saw, no, my teachers are there to help me out, she started speaking it again. Loss, confidence. That's very important. So the decline may be due to several factors. I've written that including summer vacation, natural disaster, students' absence, weather-related school closure, ineffective teaching. Yes, of course, ineffective teachings. In some of the classes you will find students are never bothered. They're doing their own work, they're doing things, and the teachers anyhow, substantially, unsubstantially, they don't even look into, unconventionally finish it up, rushes off. That is not teaching. That is finishing of the syllabus. I'm talking about seriously teaching. The loss has already been happened. That loss needs to be recovered. And we are the person with that. Even in that video it's shared. Did you see that the total blackness was enshrouding the teacher? And that teacher only got the spark to shine. That's important. The shine is within us. We need to make it palpable. So it's COVID-19, the learning loss is also further impacted by anxiety. This is very important. Stress, coronavirus infection, parents' mental distress, inconsistent remote and hybrid teaching methods. These are very two important thread line differences are being there within this two kind of methodology. And learning in a different time zone, lack of social interaction, that is also, you will find nowadays if you go and meet to somebody else's house, the child is with the phone. Nowadays I find my young teachers, those was just a couple of years ago married and having a very small chundumunu kid, they are also giving the phone and they are eating by that, playing by that. What do they say? Ma'am, sunta nahi hai baat, isliye de diya. Were we doing the same thing? I don't think so. How many of you are born in 80s? 80s, 1980s, please raise your hands. 1980s or 70s, the late 70s. Chalo, 77, 78, 79, 80, till 85. How many of you are born? Please raise your hands. Chalega, till 85. Okay, so were we doing the same thing? No. So something was there, something was engaging for us. Nowadays nobody plays with those hopscotch. We had all played. Nobody plays with a tire, with a stick. Nobody plays gilli danda. Everybody is stuck in their phone. All PUBGs. Why? doll houses nowadays, they will say we can see Barbie over there in the TV. But that taste is missing, so that's important. So we need to build our relationship. That's the activity what I believe. When a classroom culture focuses on rewards, gold stars, grades, class ranking, then look into the ways of obtaining the best marks. That's important. Whenever you are sharing, appreciating each and every one, pulling up confidence, pulling up the sleeves of those children, those who have never thought of getting into in any position. They had always a contradiction in their mind and brain. Shall I go up or shan't I? Shall I go up or shouldn't I? So that contradiction you have stopped, that gap you had stopped, that's the way you can stop that learning loss. So this, please finish it up. You are having 2 minutes to finish it up, please, kindly, because I need to see how many of you have done that. So we need to create a positive and inclusive learning environment that promotes social interaction. Why this social interaction? Like we are doing a social interaction, every one of us. I am going to you, I am asking you, I am sharing your intensity, I am asking your equilibrium, that what exactly you have been doing and now what you want to do. What are your problems? What are you facing? That's very important. So these are the tasks. I have given the learning losses. These are the losses that every one of us are facing in a different criteria, in a different scenario. So these scenarios need to be combated by us only. Why they are not listening to you? Find out that way. Find out that consequences that may be possible. There is a language barrier. You will be finding there are students those who are dyslexic. Means their letters are jumping from one place to the another. You will be finding there are people who are not even bothered because at their home, they have no one to take care of. You start taking care of it. So that is important. So over here, display student work in classroom to help them to see learning process towards desired learning outcomes. Please look into that they have a better learning attributes. Like sir said some couple of minutes ago, that we could see even the aggregate is falling. This is a point to notice forward because the loss was being there, still the loss has been continued. So we have to find out our way where we can share them more and more information. Information is already there, but which information is correct for them, which information is going to guide them to go in their pathway, that's important. So, as you could see, there are 12 ways to build resilient learners. Why resilient learners? Because the fact is, learners need to calm down. Is it that alone you have done it, ma'am? Is it yours? Is it yours? Is it your table? Please can you call all the members? Is it that only you have done it or your members have done it? Members, please put them up on the stage. On the stage. Come up, young ladies. The fact is, I gave an activity much more beforehand, but it was only one table that they could finish it. You know why? Learning loss. All of you know it because many of the gentlemen are thinking, ये सब करके हमको क्या? People are thinking, सब हम जानते हैं, सुनते आए हैं, तो सुनेंगे. Their word. You will get time for all this. ये एक्टिविटी तो मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. यही बोलने की मैं कोशिश कर रही हूँ. यही आपकी क्लास में भी होगा. आप जब तो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट कौन सी सब्जेक्ट लेती है आप? Fantastic. Very good. So what is the difference when you find out? say about any topic. She's not listening also. This is what happens to your students also. That means you are saying something very important, but the student is not at all bothered because the fact is, it finds it that we can get the information that is there in our internet. Yes, it's true. Then why don't they ask something from you? You have to create a kind of environment, you have to create an atmosphere that's why they look this. Do you find the same kind of student or that kind of an audience? First time when I started I talk. Okay. So before times you have to keep this a sense about this topic. Before times whatever is happened outside you have to keep the knowledge about this topic, and then I started listening. So according to this, when I started the topic instrumental, how much important instrumental was the instrumental, how he was the famous. About this topic, I started to the students, and then I started the topic. So did you show them? Actually spoke in that episode auditorium. Did you speak to them? That's what I'm talking about. बिरयानी खाते हो, बिरयानी का स्वाद ही होता है। कभी-कभी दाल भात भी खाया कीजिए। That is important, right? So it spoke about. Could you see one thing? One thing is written over there. Can anybody read this out? Never give up. Let them make mistakes. There are so many of the people. Every time they make mistakes, what do? We have the habit of scolding them. When they will definitely have to listen to you. So never give up. Let them make mistakes. That's why I went downstairs to find out who are listening, who are not listening. This is a session where I spoke the very first time when I came up over here. I have come to interact with every one of you. Please do not regard me as a resource person. Regard me as one of you. Because every one of us are facing the same enhancement, same problem. All my competitors. Yeah. UKG, building the nation. Science. Too much hard. Physics, chemistry, biology. Class 3 to 6 English. All my competitors have done. No, but they are in junior classes. You are in senior classes. It has nothing to do until and unless their bases are clear. That's why they are there. Absolutely. Give them a round of applause because that is the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone. Buffering, what does that mean? To forgive someone. So do you believe in this? Can I please? Pratibha, she's showing her talents. Lakshmi Mata, Devi Mata Adi. Arpita, very beautiful name. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. So teach effective skills deliberately. I went down to find out who is listening to me or not listening to me. Deliberate. Learning loss can be overcome. Because they will say, I can read and write, I will read and I will see it and I'll go through and I'll finish it up. Why they will come to you? Like I had given one activity, but the last bench, instead of doing my activity, they are doing it to something else. This is what I want to say. Loss is by us. We need to fill up the gap of the loss. Until and unless we approach, we care, we love, we tend, there is no change. We are the people who needs to change. Knowledgeable.
In-depth investigation of a real-world challenge.
Now, as you could see, this is a project-based learning. How many of you think that English is only speaking? No, English cannot be only speaking. Give them surveys. Give them that kind of a project which will nurture them to go outside of their own home. Kick them out of their own side, outside. You will find now, just a couple of minutes ago, I gave them 4 pens. Simple. That they can also buy it. It's nothing so like that. but I wanted to see who has done it completely. That completion in the time is important, indispensable. So these are project-based learning. As you can see, even they are doing a project. Why they are doing a project? Because the fact is we want collaboration. Collaboration of all the subjects. Every one of us are talking about interdisciplinary attributes that can succumb this learning loss. Instead, only going to the class and speaking about who was Miss Annie Frank or Nelson Mandela will
Students actively work on a problem that allows them to develop several skills simultaneously. To understand the difference, we can look at the experience pupils have in a conventional class led by Mr. Listen and compare that to what they take away from doing a project with Mrs. Do. The objective, learn how to engineer a tall tower. In the conventional class, the students sit at their desks and look at the blackboard. Mr. Listen first goes over...
I think this is the conventional class. We had 25, 30 years before, 40 years before. Conventional class is not going to be apathetic in any way. We need smart classes. That's important. So that's why ASL is a very good aptitude. Those who are English teachers, you can use ASL as your medium. Give them certain clippings. Let them hear certain clippings. And you can ask them, who is this person? What he has done? What can be criteria of his achievements? We are having two hands, we are having brains. Use your brains. Please come out from the conventional areas. That's how you can turn off or turn in your losses.
some principles of physics and then instructs the students that are still able to pay attention to design the optimal structure for a high tower. When doing project-based learning, or PBL, the students sit in groups. Mrs. Do then gives each group 20 strands of uncooked spaghetti, scotch tape, a cotton thread, and some marshmallows. Then they are told they have 18 minutes to build the highest possible structure that can hold up the spongy confection.
In chemistries, if you want to show them combustions, fusions, show them practical examples. It is there in our kitchen. Show it to them. Bring it to them. How many chemistry teachers are there? Please raise your hands. Chemistry teachers. Chemistry teachers. Chemistry teachers. Can you please raise up? Can you give the microphone to her? Can anybody please pass on the microphone to her? Or else I have to come down. Good morning, and it's going to be good morning only. The fact is,
first time whenever we are intimating someone, then we can say good morning.
seriously. Fine, very good, nice, thank you. Sorry, I was not knowing that. Anyway, thank you for the information. I'm saying, ma'am, for a chemistry, what kind of equations you can show it from your kitchen? Because I have numerable stuffs. You tell me.
This is actually combustion reaction. Burning of any surfaces in presence of oxygen.
How will you show it from your own kitchen, ma'am?
Ma'am, actually picture is not visible to me from here. Can I come closer?
This is what am I saying? You have to find out your own solution. I will not give you solution. Learning loss. Come closer.
Nothing is there on the board for that.
Ma'am, what is there in your kitchen? How will you show a combustion? Kitchen में आप कैसे combustion दिखाओगे? और क्या? और कुछ नहीं। अच्छा, उसके साथ फ्यूजन भी दिखाओगे? कैसे दिखाओगे? क्या? फ्यूजन दिखाओगे? कैसे दिखाओगे? आप केक बना रहे हो, combustion और फ्यूजन कैसे दिखाओगे? बोलो। Caramelize क्या वो दिखाओ? वहाँ पे आपकी different kind of solubility आ जाएगी, mixture आ जाएगी, bases आ जाएगी, acid के लिए भी इस्तेमाल कर
काजे अच्छी
Still I am trying to make it possible. दिखा सकते कि नहीं दिखा सकते?
काजे अच्छी
कौन सा कोई दिखाइए?
काजे अच्छी बिकाले कथा कोई नहीं तो आपसे काजे
So the fact is, your fusion, your each and everything which comes from your kitchen. Our mummies never used to know that their home science can lead into Mars mission. नहीं पता था. पूरी कैसे तलेंगे? गैस ऑफ करके भी पूरी तल सकते. वो शायद ही समझ में नहीं आता अगर आप मंगल मिशन नहीं देखते. किन लोगों ने मंगल मिशन देखा है? Please raise your hands. धन्यवाद सर. बाकी लोगों ने नहीं देखा. प्लीज कुछ तो देखो. बाहर तो जाओ. अपने खोपड़ी में जो शेल है उसको खोलो. उसमें मोतियां हैं. उस मोतियों को बाहर निकालो. वो जरूरी है. नहीं तो लर्निंग लॉस में क्या कोई नहीं कर सकता. कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता. सिर्फ हम लोग बड़बड़ करेंगे. We will babble. Nothing will come up. So without physical presence, those who cannot see the board, without physical presence of teachers and other students holding learners during pandemic has been difficult. It's been very difficult. For you it has been difficult. How do you find that the students will not be in a difficult position? मैंने दो लोगों को पूछा. एक इंग्लिश मास्टर को पूछा. She also gave me a ghisa-pida answer. I asked a lady who is of chemistry. She also could not give me a proper answer. My question is, इसमें कोई शर्म नहीं है. घर में जाइए, ढूंढिए मेथड्स, ऑब्जर्वेशन खोजिए. कैसे बना सकते अपना क्लास को इंटरेस्टिंग. आप खुद नहीं सुनेंगे तो कैसे एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं that the students are going to listen to you? आप खुद अपना काम टाइम मैनेजमेंट में नहीं कर पाए and you expect your class work, homework, project assignment will be coming in time. नहीं हो सकता सर. नहीं हो सकता. Project based learning is certain learning where you can give everyone. हिंदी में भी दे सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में भी दे सकते हैं. प्रोजेक्ट मतलब ये नहीं है प्लीज राइट डाउन द टेंसेस एंड राइट डाउन. Once they will understand, later they will forget. You ask them to speak a single English term, a sentence, they fumble, they babble because they do not remember. कैसे remember करेंगे? आपने खोजा ही नहीं. और मैं आपको खोज के बताने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. आप सुनना नहीं चाहते. तो मैं जाऊँ तो जाऊँ कहाँ? सोचने वाली बात है. So we'll do this recapitulation. Please look into this.
Too many children are unable to read and understand in wipe out hard-won gains in learning and worsen inequality between and within countries. Children in nearly all countries were impacted by disruptions to education. Globally, education systems were on average fully closed for in-person learning for 141 days. This has reduced learning and increased learning poverty. Learning poverty is the share of children who are unable to read and understand a simple written text by age 10. This may now impact 70% of children in low and middle income countries, up from 57% before COVID. What's this mean? It means an educational learning loss on an unprecedented scale. It means a loss in future economic opportunity. It means $21 trillion in potential lifetime earnings will be lost. How can we prevent these losses from becoming permanent? Recovery requires sustained commitment across all members of society. We need leaders to prioritize education and enact effective policies. We need families, civil society, and the business community to support learning for all children.
So the fact is we need everybody's cooperation, whoever it is. I think if you have seen that, there was a picture where a student was sitting in a wheelchair also. So there are students who come with certain disabilities. I would tell over here, when I was posted in Haryana, some couple of years ago, some 5 years before, I was in Haryana. So there, a child who was having a problem in his two legs. She could not stand up because polio has affected her two legs. But she was so confident to give her 10th board examination. The father used to come every day to drop her in at the school gate. And I, having the bad habit of interacting with everybody, so I casually, and that was my second day, I went to him and said that, "Sir, you are waiting for someone." So he said, very casually, "Ma'am, I'm waiting for my daughter. She will be coming down." I said, "What's the name of your daughter?" He said, "Pragya." Oh, I said, Pragya class 10? Okay, so how will she go? Said, "Look at her, you will find out the confidence." She came with a stretcher, with a crutch, and she came. Both of her two legs were not in a proper shape. I asked her, "From where do you get this confidence?" You know what she said? "It's from you people. I get the confidence. You are the teachers who have shaped me up. You are the teacher who has given me that kind of a confidence, because even in that class, it could not shake me up. I'm going to sit for my board examination." And she did. She did. She did sit for the board examination, and she was in flying colors. This is an example of what we said. Because she says, "I come to the school in order to learn something everyday new." I'm not saying all the teachers are giving everyday new. Some people do try to break all the square barriers and come out and find out that perpetual hole where they can stick in and find out the shine. Why I'm showing you this particular videos, do you know? Every one of you can surf your net and you can find it somewhere or the other way. But still, you did not knew it. This was the correct one to show it to you. Maybe it will be an eye-opener for you. Maybe also someone of you amongst this 100, 200 members, there will be at least one of you or two of you who is going to go back home and find out the way that is going to change the losses. So that's why project learning bases are very important and very much important and practically needed. So these are the things I wanted to do, and after this I want to ask 10 people to come on the stage. I want 10 people to come on the stage. I want 10 people to come on the stage. 10 लोग चाहिए मुझे स्टेज पर आने के लिए. My goodness, he only came. Who is 10? 5, 3, 5. Okay, 10, 9, 3, 5. थोड़ा बहुत you people will come this side. You cannot play now. Amongst you are going to play. Wait, I have kicks for everyone. Ready? 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3 I said. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3. देखो नहीं हो रहा वापस जा 6, 7, 9, 5. नहीं है यही तो मजा है यही तो मजा है सारी चीज मैं दे दिया ये लोग नहीं लिया मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ ऑलराइट लास्ट चांस सोच लो सर आपका नहीं आ रहा है चीटिंग करेंगे कैसे पास नहीं होगा तो 2, 6, 3, 9 2 2 बार लीजिएगा आप 2 है ओके I will give you gifts sweetheart I'll give you yes, the prize is for everyone, sir. Prize is for everyone. Please come over here. Now let's see. punishment मिलेगी. रुको. दोबारा खेलेंगे. 5, 1, 3, 2.
You will get the gift prize. We are playing twice. You will get the gift prize.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Double gift. How can you leave me and go? You cannot leave me and go. Sir, you will not get. You will not get. You got. Of course you will get it, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone of you. Thank you so much. Now everybody will stand up on their feet. Everybody please stand up on your feet. सब खड़े हो जाइए. So you are the there. 1 second में दुनिया इधर के उधर हो जाए. What is that? Remote learning. What is it? Remote learning. Remote learning is a very serious topic. अब हम लोग इतना जो मस्ती कर रहे थे, वो भी remote learning के लिए ही कैसे? Did I sing the song? Minions were different, somebody else was singing, and we mixed that particular video to make a nice video so that everybody started laughing, everybody did their own emotional transitions. This is remote learning. जो आप घर बैठे सारी चीज का आनंद ले सकते हैं, चाहे वो पढ़ाई हो, चाहे वो कुछ भी. That is remote learning. ये जो हम लोग अभी कर रहे थे, these are a part of emotions we did. This was the loss. I wanted to make it possible because I wanted everybody's confidence to grow in. I want everyone to chip in again into this criteria that you are supposed, you are over here to listen to us. Why you are here, that presence is important. So when we talk about this remote learning, we talk about like it's very easy for us nowadays to make our learning so very easy and fixable. Because the fact is, Google Babaji is there. Because of this loss, whatever we had happened in our life. Can you please turn up the slides? It is disturbing my eyes. Given to the society. So this give and take policies always goes in hand. So that's important. There's a basic difference between online learning and remote learning. Online learning is something which is being done straight away from the internet. But remote learning can be done, means you have recorded your own thoughts, you have recorded your voices like I am getting recorded. Maybe somewhere it will be telecasted, somewhere it will be reflected, somewhere the other teachers, those who cannot come up to us, those who cannot reach us, will be enticed and enthralled by this. They will be somehow, energized by us. That yes, we can also do this. अच्छा, ये भी मैं कर सकता हूँ. अच्छा, ये भी कर सकते हैं. So ये जो हम नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो करने की ताकत शायद हमें online learning and remote learning देगा. So many of you get confused in your online learning and remote learning. So classes are designed to be taught in online formats. I guess every one of us have taken online classes where we were not sure whether the children were listening to us or not. Right? Am I correct or not? It has happened with every one of us that they were sleeping somewhere, just kept it on. They never used to keep the videos on. At that time, what our principals had instructed, even I had also instructed, please put on your uniform. You have to be on your video mode. Then only the classes will go on. Then only you will get your attendances. Am I correct? ये हम लोगों ने किया था. तो ये सारी चीजें हम लोग कर चुके हैं ऑनलाइन टीचिंग के लिए. Why? Because we never wanted that the student will stop learning. So remote learning is that when you have recorded certain things, you have recorded your physics class, you have recorded your own chemistry class, you have recorded your biology class, and you have incorporated them you have given them through WhatsApp, you have given them through Instagram, you have given them through Facebook, you have given them to some whatever the way they could have reached onto you. So these were the substantiality which has given us. But there is a basic difference that what am I saying is, in online learning, see, lectures typically include a PPT with audio, voice reader as well as written type version. But over here, not all courses contain including assignments, rubrics, may be in an ADA accessibilities. Accessibilities means they are onto their hands, but in a different and a much more sublime manner. Why is it in a sublime manner? Because the fact is, maybe those people are not having internet connection. Maybe they are sitting at one place where 4 or 5 people togetherly have got one mobile and they can see that recording video of what you have shared for physics, maybe inclined planes, maybe for your metals, maybe for metallurgical physics, maybe of commotion, maybe of light, maybe of any other thing, maybe of DNA genetics, maybe of your English, maybe of your probabilities, maybe of your quadrilaterals. कुछ भी हो सकता है. ये आप लोग भी कर सकते हैं. Whenever you find that a child is facing trouble in your own classroom, please take this remote learning also. When you have the confidence, when you have the initiation of your own subject, please do a recording of your own self and then you share it with those students who seriously needs your help. Maybe that person is not having the first generation learner. Maybe the children is not having an assistance of their own parental subsequently. So what is to be done? होता है. Online classes में it was periods. If you do remember, we had a scheduled time which was being fixed for. अच्छा, it was for Srishtika madam, it is for Anna madam, it is for Sukanya madam, it is for Anupama madam, it is for Annapurna madam, it is for blah blah blah. Whoever it is, it was fixed for it. But in a remote learning, it is not fixed. आपका कोई भी फिक्स नहीं है. आप अपना जो भी चीज है उसको रिकॉर्ड. You must have seen even in YouTube's. You have recorded and you have kept it so that that can be seen and understood because it is not scheduled for that particular consequences of time. So this is important. You can also do a flip classes. You can do this online classes of yourself whenever the children are in a need. Find out your own ways. Please don't leave them. मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है, अगर आप छोड़ दिए तो वो कहाँ जाएगा? वो शायद हो सकता है कि आपके भरोसे है. किसी का भरोसा नहीं तोड़ना चाहिए. This is what our parents also have taught us, isn't it? And when you are there in this particular profession, by choice or by any other relics, please don't betray this. This gives you bread and butter, but that does not mean that you have to betray this. Have some passion within yourself, have some compassion within yourself that will enrich your identity for it. So that's why remote learning is also an important area. So curriculum itna aisa hai, there are so much of struggles we have in our syllabuses, we cannot cope it up. So I would suggest them remote learning. आप लोग कर सकते हैं because I think every student is having gadgets, everyone. Instead, don't tell them to scroll all those certain things which are not in use, which are obsolete or obnoxious. Tell them to listen to you. You can show them, yes, I have done this, but this particular video on this particular topic. If you want to get a depth of it, see it. There are lots of ways to convince your own children. So remote learning can also be a part of your convincing and giving them concept-based learning and pulling up their confidence. This way, you will be more. Not only that 8 hours that you are there with your student, you would be more. I'm not talking about your tuition classes. Tuition classes also you can do like this. If you think that your substantiality is far more better than the bookish area which has been shared to you, share it to them. Make your own PPTs, make your own videos, make your own animated videographies. If you feel like that you can have more and more information, show them, use them this technology. Show them the right path of using the technology also. Technology can be a very friendly one if you use them very correctly. I could see some of the people, like still now, I could see a Fabulent class where most of the areas, they are struggling to what I am saying. You know why they are struggling? Because they are not penetrating. So that penetration can only happen when both the two sides are negotiation. Only one side is negotiating, the others are not. It is never possible. So the same way it happens with your students also, that you need this. So this improves, I think, advantages of remote education over traditional education. This is my thought. This is absolutely my thought because it improves overall productivity. See, like I am telling you that you must have seen all the videos, whatever I am showing. You must have heard the song also of this Minion. Most of you, many of you must have heard it. But you may not have taken into notice, sure, this can be also an important thing. This can also help me in somewhere of it. I felt it, so I am sharing with you. Maybe you also feel it or you had felt it. That's why you need to share it with your students. So this is called agility about certain things, improvisation. So continuous and strategic evolution of teaching methods. This I believe not only in your lesson plan. Lesson plan is there. But please don't write, I will do classwork, homework, project work, worksheet, finished. No. That should not be your criteria, that should not be your foundation. It should be more. It should be more. Take them to the biology lab. Show them. If it is not being possible, whatever is found in your own kitchen, show it to them. Bring them and show it to them. They will be far more fascinated because every day they see their mother doing the same thing. You want to show them a simple percussion. Take some sugar and show them the combustion. Show them the synchronization. Show them in physics, the previous, I think I went to here only in Pakur in another DAV when I went. I showed them inclined plane with a simple pulley. Simple to simple things which are available at our hands can be accessible. Show them that tangibility of looking into subject, not as subject, not as a frustration, but as love. आप खुद प्यार नहीं करते अपने सब्जेक्ट से, बाकी लोगों को कैसे करते प्यार? यही तो प्रॉब्लम है. So the fact is, it saves time and effort. That's also important. Tracking students' progress. How will you check? Like whatever you have done in your class, you went and you spoke them about. Today you taught them about. There is one chapter in class 10 in English, the book that saved the earth. Has anybody read it? Okay, I could see one hand, two hands. It's so beautiful, you know why? You know what is the fact? You will laugh aloud. Because Mars people, the captain of that Mars, there are many people who are stuck in one place. So it's very necessary to open your eyes, understand it, get your mobility done, more and more technology psychological interests and invisibilities are to be written and understood. That's why I will prefer you can, along with your substantiality, with your professional developments, please go for remote learning also. If you find you want to succumb the loss, that's very important. As you could see, this is a very important chart. It talks about students-driven learning. When I learn, now I'm going to call people around. Can I have a volunteer again? Can I have a volunteer, please? Only one will do. Only one. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Have this wait. I would request, please give only one page to each and every table. Then I'll tell them what to do. So what you already know, आपके पास आप क्या जानते थे, आपको क्या जानने की चाहत है, आपने क्या सीखा और अपने क्लास में कैसे उस चीज को इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करेंगे। ये 4 चीजें आप अपना लिखेंगे और वहाँ पे जाकर पेश करेंगे। जो टेबल पहले जाएगा उसको गिफ्ट मिलेगी, पक्का है, पक्का। उसको नाचना नहीं पड़ेगा, बाकी लोगों को नाचना पड़ सकता है, गाना भी पड़ सकता है, कुछ भी कर सकता हो, कुछ भी हो सकता है। मेरे क्लास में कुछ भी हो सकता है। I told you, no, my punishment is let's see who, which table. आप इतनी उखड़ी क्यों हो सर? गाना गाओ क्या? मेरे हिंदी बहुत खराब है सर, गाना कुछ याद नहीं रहता है सर, लिरिक्स भूल जाती हूँ, क्या करूँ सर? मेरा ये प्रश्न है सर, मेरा अजीब सा प्रश्न है सर, मुझे इंसिस्ट मत करो, मैं ऐसा प्रश्न करूँगी तो जिसका आंसर आपके पास भी नहीं है। प्लीज ज्वाइन इन। कैसे स्टूडेंट मिला है मुझे? Whatever the inquisitiveness or the queriness they have. Very brilliant question. You learned about remote learning which you were not knowing, alright? Smartly handling the class. Fantastic, I love this question. I love it. It's very nice. Principals are always late. See? Principals are late. Ready, ready. Somebody wrote only about K. Want to know is I want the emotional changes. Alright? He wants to know about emotional changes. Emotional changes are, especially those who are science teachers, male science teachers. Male. I have seen this in my classrooms. I have seen in different schools, even in the colleges. Male classroom teachers, those who are teaching biology, reproduction, menstruation, milk tax, all that. No. Open it up. Speak it up to them. आँखों से आँखें मिला के बात कीजिए. Understand it that now is the time, high time, to understand their problem. Because it is a human anatomy. There is nothing to laugh. There is nothing to hide. It's a human anatomy. 21. My daughter is 21 now. Yes, my daughter is exactly 21. When she was 13, because she was Australia, what I spoke to her was spoken to me by my father. When I was 13, I was Australia throughout. Throughout Australia, I told you I'm being brought up with all Khadoos people. So my dad told me when I was 13, he sometimes used to call me Khoka. I was Cookie, means I was a daughter, but sometimes with love he used to call me Khoka. I'm a Bengali, so he used to call me son. And he told me, if you do any kind of a mistake, that is yours. It is not mine. If there is a cut, I can take you to the doctor. I can take you to anywhere you will take, but that pain is yours. And how you are going to heal it? By your own self, by your own immune power. The same line I spoke it to my daughter when she turned 30. Any mistake in your puberty, it is yours, not mine. Don't put it on my shoulders, because you did it. Conscientious. I guess every one of you know that. Conscientious means something which is with your conscience. Teach them something which is absolutely thoroughful. Show them with smart board. These are the parts which is needed to be known, not to hide. There is nothing to hide. If that would have been in hiding, Kama Sutra would not have happened some thousands and thousands of million years ago. Then Vedas would not have been written. Then temples would not have been built in that way. हम लोग इतना शर्माएंगे तो जिसको शर्माना होना चाहिए तो निर्वाह कांड होता ही नहीं. होता क्या? अभी भी हो रहा है. जानकारी नहीं है. सेल्फ अवेयरनेस नहीं है पता उनको. बताइए उनको. Self awareness is required. Tell them those kinds of things where they will be coming to you beforehand. Make them comfortable to come up to you. That is important. आपके पास वो कंफर्ट जोन होना चाहिए कि आपको आके वो पूछ सकते हैं कि मिल्क टैक्स में कितने सारे टैक्स होते हैं. It's not only a question of nipples, but how that nipple helps it. What is the level of estrogen? What is the kind of circulation can help it? Whenever you are taking them to the laboratory, please make them understand in a different notion. देखिएगा बहुत सारा क्वेश्चंस है जिनका आंसर उनको भी मालूम नहीं है. शायद वो घर में भी पूछने के लिए माँ से डरते हो, शर्म पाता हो, आपसे नहीं होता होगा. So that is remote learning. That is emotions. That is learning loss. Thank you. I think I have made people something or the other. People say, what do I learn? I see it, okay. Life has all experiences. Every day we learn different matters. That's very true, dear. Whoever has written this, love you for this. Today I have learned here how to improve our students with mentally and physically. That will help the students to be strong. Yeah. I believe in that. I believe in that. Because we are the path bearers. So how can we nullify that? We are supposed to show our path. So we are supposed to check that. Let's see what the principal has written. Now how to teach the kids and let them stand, let them sit and stand on their first level on their feet. How the session will be beneficial for all age growing groups, students. That's very true, ma'am. I gave the answer just now. I think so. Until and unless we are transparent, until and unless we are resilient, until and unless we are calm, until and unless we are equivocal, until and unless we are not techno-savvy, until and unless we are having enough knowledge, much more ahead, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. जैसा मैं तब से बोले आ रही हूँ, रेगुलर आप बिरयानी नहीं खाना पसंद करेंगे. कभी कभी सूखा रोटी भी जरूरी है. नमक रोटी भी जरूरी है. दाल भात शेतो भात भी जरूरी है. That's important. सोचिए क्या बनाएंगे? सेम दाल को तड़का बना के दाल मखानी कैसे बनाएंगे? पनीर देख देख के मैं तो घासपूस हूँ नहीं, those were घासपूस, पता नहीं कैसे जिंदगी गुजारते हो आप लोग, पता नहीं है पनीर पनीर पनीर। तो उस पनीर के साथ कौन सा कंबशन फ्यूजन इंक्लाइन प्लेन करेंगे कि वो पुली से निकल के कुछ एरोमेटिक साइंस बनेगा, that depends on you. You have to find out your own way. एक एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ, I'm a mother, no? And I've been working. I think all of the women, even the boys must have faced this. रात का बचा हुआ खाना हम लोग क्या फेंक देते हैं? नहीं फेंकते ना? कुछ ना कुछ करते हैं ना उसके साथ. Innovation, stimulation. Make it stimulized in your classroom also. वही किसी भी के ABCD EFGH नहीं चलेगा, उनको सिखाओ. A for apple सिर्फ नहीं होता है, A for airspace भी होता है, A for astronaut भी होती है, A for appreciation भी होता है, A for apprehension भी होता है. सिखाओ. Give synonyms, give adjective, push your own limitation. You will find your children will also push on their limitation. So these are some of the factualism which I loved. But among this, I loved this question. Vocationalist, उसकी बदल लगा. ये वाला ना? ये तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं. क्या? Knowing about the pandemic, उड़ी बाबा. New methods of stereotypes teaching style. I am not a stereotype, sorry. तब तो मैं बुढ़ी हो जाती. I'm 46. Sorry? Methods. Okay, strategies. New methods and strategies of teaching. Okay, teaching and learning. Remote learning, okay? And through projects. Okay, that's I believe not only that projects, you can integrate any subjects. Tomorrow when I have a session with you, there also I will be making you people a little bit bored with lots of subjects into it. So you can use your interdisciplinary attributes to make your learning very beautiful. हमेशा फिजिक्स पढ़ा रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है सिर्फ फिजिक्स ही पढ़ाएंगे. फिजिक्स के साथ केमिस्ट्री लेके आइए, इंग्लिश लेके आइए, बायोलॉजी लेके आइए. कैसे लेके आएंगे? बहुत. There is no right way. This I put forward. मुझे ये clipping बहुत अच्छा लगा था. This is from UNICEF. The UNICEF. This particular clipping is from UNICEF. I liked it. Why it says there is no right way. Like I am talking to you in a different subtle manner, which does not have a right or a wrong way. So आप लोग भी सोचिए, कैसे जो बच्चा बिल्कुल, you know, a very introvert, a person who cannot open up, is always staying distressed. Recently in our school, a PTM was being held. A girl, I will not name her, our parent came, the father, came absolutely in a very nudged way. He was frantic and he had a little bit drunk also, I felt, when he was talking to me. One thing he told me, मैंने तो आप लोगों के पास दे दिया बच्चे को, और क्या चाहिए? When I asked that girl that why don't you open up? And she is a brilliant artist, I am the person to understand that. And she is now being given all the projects to draw. Because she said that, ma'am, nobody has loved me like you did. Nobody spoke up to me because my mother always listened to what my father says, because my father, whenever he comes home, she beats my mother. She has an abusive childhood. ऐसा बहुत सारा बच्चा है जो घर में abusive childhood दिखता है. उनसे भागिए मत, उनसे बात करो, पूछो. हो सकता है आपकी हेल्प से उसका कुछ हेल्प हो सकता है. So I started doing remote learning with her, and she's fine now. I'm not saying that she's going to score 99.9%. I'm sorry. No. At least she will score up to somewhere where she had never thought of about it. So that's very important. So there is no right way. Develop a plan, things, understanding it, looking into it, and there are some people who go by different areas. So So this remote learning is something where you will be finding things are recorded, as I said, means asynchronized thing, and synchronized is when you have a proper schedule, like online classroom. Online classroom is always being scheduled, but remote learning is never scheduled. So this is an important topic that we share. So benefit case studies and group-based exercises. I just now shared some couple of minutes ago. Maybe possible they don't have the access of internet like you have in your home. So record something and give it to them so that togetherly sitting by it, listening to it, they can be able to do their project well. Recently in your school only, I think DAV, we had science projection to display. So that is important. What they are trying to display, how they are trying to display, who are the people who are behind that. They've used their brain, smallest minuscules of it, appreciation is required. Then they are going to do much more better than it is being told. Foster collaboration. This collaboration should be there. Continuously appreciate them, continuously foster them, continuously break it through them so that bits by bits they understand. Please stop being very conventional, because conventional learning they already know. But the fact is, it is important to do that. Allow for multitasking. Like we are doing multitasking, I'm not only talking to you, I'm playing this, I'm doing this, only I'm saying, but with a twist. Same dal. Thoda sa pinch of masala. Make it that much. That's important. So you need to reach a larger audience. I was into my class. Now I'm with you. You will reach to the others. Many of you are resource person, going to be resource person. You will be reaching to the larger area. So that's how we reach to the larger point. This is the third one going on. She will do the full session and do the last one. She will come. The resource person switching, please have a look. Yes, my address to my class staff also. Hello bro, handsome, how do you do? So they were not used to it. I speak like this only. Get used to it. Because प्यार बातें से बढ़ता है, कम नहीं होता है. No, I have already shown. I have done my homework. I am going off now. I need my homework. You do the fourth one after break. You want my assistance? You want any help? You want help? I can help. exhausted, worn out, ruined, absolutely tuned off from whatever is been there. So these are the signs of burnout. As you can see here, it shows about that battery is drained. We are continuously being agitated, we are frustrated, we are not sleeping, we are awake, we are having dizziness within ourselves. So there are lots of signs of this burnout. What causes this burnout? Oh my goodness, tomorrow I have to go to school, there are lots of work which are pending. Oh my goodness, I did not submit my question papers. Oh my goodness, I have a training out there, I have to finish the modules. Oh my God, I have to look for my this, that. I have to look for my family, I have to look for this. Time management. Time management is the biggest auction. वो लोग सुनने के लिए बाध्य होंगे, ये मेरा काम. That I want. I'll wait for them. Those who are talking, जो लोग बात कर रहे हैं, mentally. We have so much of anxiety. We have so much of the things which is actually interacted and initiated within our brain. We cannot come up. We are succumbed to. We are twisted into it. We are drifted into it. We are absolutely thoughtopathically, hypothetically being engrossed in it. So the stress needs to turn up, and that's why it says that leads to the physical and emotional exhaustion. Tiredness is something different. You can get tired physically if you have walked along, you have run along, you have done certain things which is physically exerting, worn out situation. But when you are mentally stressed, that means mentally you are not there. Somewhere or the other way, your brain cannot take up that perpetual pressure that is being shared to you. We all of us are doing the same lot of the work, intrinsically or significantly. That depends on us. So the fact is, cynicism, detachment, feelings of ineffectiveness, lack of accomplishment. See, every one of us wants accomplishment. Every one of us wants establishment. Every one of us needs appreciation. Comprehensiveness is very much important amongst others, whatever we are sharing to them. So that's why these all problems are there which are conjoined, and that's how they give us stress. We are unable to work, we cannot improvise, we cannot culminate, we cannot improbable, anything we cannot do. We cannot modulate ourselves. Instead we rabble onto ourselves, tear up, you can say the hair, and everything is being notched. So these traits are commendable, but can mean that educators fall prey to perfectionism. Many amongst us are finding their ways to make it very perfect. Our teaching style, our technology style, our thought-ophatic style, we are trying to make it possible, but it is not getting done. You are trying your level best, you are giving your 100% in your classroom, but it is not making it possible. एक अब आइए ऊपर स्टेज पे आइए अब इस सामने बिल्कुल ऐसा दौड़ गया अब मैं किसी से पूछ सर बिल्कुल फिक्स की तरह टाइम नहीं रहा हो गया हिंदी सर थोड़ा खड़े होंगे अगर आप बुरा ना मानो सर हिंदी में मान लीजिए माय हिंदी स्टूडेंट स्टिल आई एम ट्राइंग माय लेवल बेस्ट हिंदी के साथ में कौन सा विषय बहुत अच्छे से जोड़ेंगे जिससे उसको मान लीजिए देयर आर एक्टिविटीज लाइक किसी के जीवन कथा म्यूजिक डालना पसंद करेंगे फैंटास्टिक म्यूजिक कैसे डालेंगे सर बोलिए
मैम अगर कोई कविता है पोएम कुछ बोलना है बताना है बच्चे को तो थोड़ा सा उसमें लय सुर ताल उसको बताते हुए उस गान इस तरह से बताया जाए कि वो गा करके उस चीज़ को
जाके स्टेज पर चले जाइए सर बिल्कुल जाइए
मैं यहीं सिखा देता हूँ
नहीं मैं आपके साथ खेलूंगी नहीं तो डांस करना पड़ेगा मेरे साथ हाँ तो चलो ना चलो दौड़ के चलो सर फिजिक्स इधर आई वांट केमिस्ट्री हु डील्स इन केमिस्ट्री भाई कोई हाथ नहीं उठाएगा you will intermingle like he said he will do it with arts you will do it with biology meteorological physics you do it with your own choice of subject you do it with chemistry कोई भी आप टॉपिक लीजिए आपके पास 2 मिनट का टाइम है उनको समझाएंगे फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री आप समझाएंगे विद सॉइल मेट्रोलॉजिकल विद योर मेट्रोलॉजिकल फिजिक्स आप करेंगे हिंदी के साथ में आपका सुर और ताल और लय आप करेंगे आपकी मन पसंदीदा
because my chemistry or physics like दोनों both are not separate science both are same sciences so in chemistry you learn the state of matter and you know that matter is made of that atoms and in physics we learn radiation atom so in atom when electron jumps from higher energy orbit to lower energy orbit it emits radiation and this is your also topic of your physics and what will be that frequency of that radiation that will be the h nu is h nu equals a difference of two energy here. Thank you.
Sir, इधर ही खड़े रहिएगा because I have gift for you. So I found two important things: atom and frequency from our physics and chemistry combination. दोनों के साथ into शिंटू किए. So and they have done their atom and frequency. Sir, शुरू हो जाओ. बिल्कुल.
Good day, I am PGT from Reliant Public School, Pakod. जितने भी विषय हैं सारे विषय एक दूसरे से रिलेटेड हैं ये हम लोग बीएड में भी पढ़े हैं छोटे बच्चों को जो भी पढ़ाया जाना चाहिए जो सीबीएसई का ट्रेनिंग है ये जिस ढंग से ट्रेनिंग हमें जैसा लगता है कि जिस तरह से ये ट्रेनिंग करवाया जाता है ना तो हम लोग उस तरह से करते हैं उस तरह से हो नहीं पाता है अगर सच में ऐसा अगर हो तो बहुत बड़ी बात होगी और छोटे बच्चों को जो भी चीज हमें बताना चाहिए उसको जीवन की डेली की जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज हैं कोई भी इंसान जब से सो करके उठता है वहां से ही एक्टिविटी करता है और सारे विषयों के बारे में दिन भर में वो कर लेता है बस वो जज नहीं कर पाता है कि हम कहाँ पर फिजिक्स का यूज किए कहाँ पर केमिस्ट्री का यूज किए कहाँ ज्योग्राफी का किए कहाँ बायोलॉजी का किए कहाँ इकोनॉमिक्स का किए लेकिन पर डे में सारे विषयों का उपयोग कर लेता है हमें बच्चों को उसी के हिसाब से जोड़ करके बताना है जैसे मैडम ने कहा कि सॉइल साइंस और फिजिक्स में क्या रिलेशन है मेट्रोलॉजिकल फिजिक्स में तो देखिए आजकल का जो विषय है कोई सिंगल विषय से बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं होता है। जैसे बायोफिजिक्स का नाम आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, उसमें बायोलॉजी और फिजिक्स का उपयोग होता है बायोफिजिक्स में। बायोमेडिकल इंजीनियरिंग का नाम आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, बायो इन्फॉर्मेटिक्स सुना होगा, उसमें बायोलॉजी और इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी दोनों का संयोग करके बना है। तो ये सारे विषय जब से आए हैं तब से हमारी प्रगति जो है वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा हो चुकी है और आने वाले समय में और भी ज़्यादा होगी। तो हमें बच्चों को बेसिक स्टडी कराना चाहिए, जो उसके लाइफ से जुड़ी हुई चीज़ें, जो कि यहाँ पे सीबीएसई ने बताने का प्रयास किया है। इस ट्रेनिंग सेशन के माध्यम से मैं बहुत सारा ट्रेनिंग सेशन अटेंड किया हूँ, वो सारे ट्रेनिंग सेशंस का पता नहीं आप लोग क्या समझते नहीं समझते ये तो मैं नहीं बता सकता, लेकिन मैं जो समझता हूँ कि बेसिक स्टडी और स्किलफुल स्टडी पे जोर देने का प्रयास किया गया है कि बच्चे जो है, बच्चों के हाथों में सिर्फ कागज की डिग्रियां नहीं हो, बल्कि उसमें स्किल हो, उसके बारे में प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज हो और लाइफ में आगे चल करके वो बहुत कुछ कर पाए। थैंक यू मैम।
देख लो, मैंने सही लिखा गया, टेक्निक्स एंड स्किल्स विद प्रैक्टिकलिटी, एंड यू हैव जॉइंड अप विद मेट्रोलॉजिकल फ्रीक्वेंसी विद पल्स ऑफ लाइफ। Am I correct, sir? I said meteorological science connected with the frequency with the soils of life, and the student should be having the techniques and skills with practically. Correct, sir? चलेगा ना सर? 100 में से कितना दोगे? 100 में से मुझे कितना दोगे? 100 में से I'm a bad बच्चा। पूरा नहीं दिया। Very good. इसके लिए साइंस ने लिया। खड़े हो जाइए सर, गाना गाओ और समझाओ।
गुड इवनिंग, मैं कुलदीप उपाध्याय, मैथ को डीवी पब्लिक स्कूल। हम हिंदी के विषय में जो कुछ भी बच्चे को पढ़ाते हैं, सिखाते हैं, जानते हैं, चाहे वह छोटा बच्चा हो, एलकेजी का बच्चा, अगर उसे अक्षरों का ज्ञान नहीं है, जैसे मैम बोलती हैं, कभी कभी अपने साउंड को बहुत तेज कर देती है और कभी कभी बहुत पोलाइटली बोलती हैं। बच्चे एलकेजी के बच्चे को अगर हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, छोटा बच्चा है, वह पहले को देख करके, बच्चे पहले तो रोते हैं, क्लास में आने के पहले अपने मम्मी पापा से ऐसे चिपक जाते हैं कि उनको लगता है कि कितना बड़ा पनिशमेंट दिया जा रहा है। तो पहले वहाँ से उनको मोटिवेट किया जाता है, क्लास में जाइए, आप कुछ भी करिए, पहले छोटा सा अक्षर ही हम लिख रहे हैं अ। अब अ से बच्चे को कितना तरह का चीज हम बता सकते हैं, उसको हम पहले दिखाएंगे कि देखो तुम मम्मी पापा के साथ आए क्या, अंगुली पकड़ करके, मेरा अंगुली पकड़ो, उसके साथ हम चलेंगे, एक्टिविटी करेंगे, उसको कहेंगे थोड़ा सा बैठ जाओ, बैठेगा, डांस करें, कुछ ऐसे ऐसे शब्दों। अ से क्या होता है, अनार बोल दिए, अनार होता कैसे, तो उसका फूल खिलता हुआ अंगुली से हाथ से दिखा देंगे, बच्चे खुश होंगे। अगर आपके साथ कुछ पिक्चर वगैरह है तो उसको हम दिखाएंगे, बच्चे मोटिवेट होंगे। स्टैंडर्ड उससे ऊपर आता है तो बच्चे को कुछ गा करके, सुना करके, आप मान लिया जाए अलंकार बता रहे हैं, क्लास 10th है, 9th है, अब अलंकार बताते समय उसमें बहुत सारे चीज है, जैसे रहीमन पानी राखिए बिन पानी सब सून, पानी गए न उबरे मोती मानुष क्यों, रहीमन पानी राखिए बिन पानी सब सून, पानी गए न उबरे मोती मानुष चूर। अब ये पानी सब 3 बार आया। अब बच्चे को हम बता रहे हैं कि अलंकार, अब अलंकार शब्द ही उसको पहले अगर न समझ में आए, सुर तो समझ में आया होगा, वो गुनगुनाएगा, उस लाइन को याद करेगा। हम लोग पिक्चर के गाने में गाते हैं, पके पेड़ पर पका पपीता है, इसमें भी कौन सा है, अलंकार है। हम बच्चे को गाने से लेकर, अब अलंकार रूम को डेकोरेट कर दिया गया, सजा, अलंकार अलंकृति अलंकार है जिसको हम सजाते हैं, चाहे हम खुद को सजाए, चाहे हम किसी सामान को सजाएं, किसी मूर्ति को सजाएं, ठीक उसी तरह बच्चे को हम लेकर के आएंगे कि देखो हम साहित्य में श्रृंगार को कर देंगे, सोना चांदी तो नहीं लगाएंगे। उसका सोना चांदी क्या है? शब्द है, अक्षर है, वर्ण है। एक एक वर्णों को उसको बताएंगे, समझाएंगे। अलंकार को पहले 2 रूप में बता दिया, अब बताएंगे। और बच्चे के सवाल में आएगा कि ये कौन सा अलंकार बता, पहले तो बता दिए कि अलंकार क्या है। अब अलंकार को हम बताएंगे, शब्द के आधार पर बांटेंगे और उसके अर्थ के आधार पर भी हम उसको बांट सकते हैं।
So, अर्थात ये है आपका इक्वेशन यानी अलंकार का जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है
जी,
आप उसको गाने के
गा
माध्यम
करके
से
बता सकते हैं।
बता सकते। Fantastic. See, frequency is still coming. Physics is not leaving me. Physics is not leaving me.
Good morning to all of you. I am teacher of Don Bosco School. Today I am talking about मेजरमेंट। आज मैं आपको मेजरमेंट के बारे में, छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं वो मेजरमेंट के किस प्रकार से करेंगे। छोटे छोटे बच्चे जैसे स्केल है, जैसे पेंसिल है, जैसे आपका एक ब्रिक है, वो किस प्रकार से उसको मेजरमेंट करेंगे। तो वो मेजरमेंट करने का तरीका हम उनको एनवायरनमेंट के माध्यम से समझाएंगे। किस प्रकार से आपके एनवायरनमेंट में स्केल है, पेंसिल है, इरेजर है, शार्पनर है, या फिर ब्रिक्स है, या फिर जितने भी तरह के आपका जो मेजरमेंट कर सकते हैं छोटे छोटे प्राइमरी स्टूडेंट के बच्चे को, तो हम उनको किस प्रकार से उनको समझाएंगे। तो एक मेजरमेंट का तरीका बताएंगे, ये मीटर है, सेंटीमीटर है, किलोमीटर है, तो इसका डिस्टेंस वाइज उसको उनको बताएंगे किस प्रकार से आप करेंगे।
Alright, तो आप प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल के साथ में उनको मेजरमेंट
विद एनवायरनमेंट।
Alright, one physical education teacher was saying me when I asked him, sir, please input biology with it. You can input mathematics also. So there are lots of ways. आप लोग समझ सकते हैं आप लोगों को मैंने क्यों बुलाया है? क्यों बुलाया?
आपको लगता होगा कि साइड में मुझे होगा, लेकिन कुछ बच्चे क्या होते हैं कि जो है पूछते हैं, नजर नीचे रखते हैं, इधर जाएगी, लेकिन आपके पीढ़ी को बात।
वाह, फ्रीक्वेंसी, अगेन फ्रीक्वेंसी। फिजिक्स नहीं छोड़ रहा है मुझे, कैसे छोड़ेगा? पापा भी फिजिक्स, हस्बैंड भी फिजिक्स। देखिए, फिजिक्स नहीं छोड़ रहा है।
नहीं छोड़ेगा।
नहीं छोड़ सकता सर, नहीं छूटने देंगे।
नहीं छूटने नहीं, छोड़ेगा नहीं। फिजिक्स इज द स्टडी ऑफ नेचर।
Absolutely. Science.
छोड़ेगा ही नहीं।
You spoke about frequency, you spoke about soil, he spoke about again the frequency of different systems. Absolutely. कोई मेजरमेंट भी आ गया। So आप मुझे बताइए, आप चारों यहाँ पे क्यों हो? सर ने कहा that there are many students who may not be listening or may not be having an eye contact, but still they are listening what am I saying, right sir? आपको ऐसा लगता है? आपको ऐसा लगता है कि सारे लोग सुन रहे हैं मैं जो बोल रही हूँ?
सभी लोग नहीं सुन रहे हैं क्योंकि वो सिर्फ 25 आवर्स पुराने चले आते हैं, इसलिए नहीं सुन रहे। It is very bad, but really we have to accept it.
Accept. Very good. Teacher burnout symptoms. All of us know whatever they have spoken because every one of us are practicing in our classrooms. But still, as I said, many of them are not listening to it. He said many of them are not bothering. He said it is a practicality. Even he also said the practicality. But that is not the choice. Still, I am still with you because I am not yet burnt out. मैं अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुई हूँ, मैं खत्म नहीं हो सकती because we are teachers. So, thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Tomorrow I will take something in physics. Don't worry, sir. भूल होगा तो आप मुझे बता दीजिएगा. Thank you so much. much. Please, gentlemen. And sorry.
This is for your.
This is from my side. Thank you, sir. This is from my side. Please have it, sir. So this is what we call as burnout. He was reluctant to come from there, but I forced him. We are not supposed to stop on our challenges. If the challenges are there, face it. I know everyone, if you know of the frequencies, every one of us know about metallurgical physics. Like I tried to avoid it because whatever the answers they were giving, except Hindi, I could understand he was talking about the decorative alankars, different kind of pronunciation, different kind of synchronization. Because my Hindi, alright, so everybody understood. So the fact is, we all know about it. Still, I was trying to patch up with their frequency because I believe if I am stressed, if I am not giving a person that kind of a initiative, others will not listen to me. So I was doing that work. I was listening to them. I was trying to make them special. This is what makes us a teacher. We are not supposed to burn like that. तिल्ली देखा आप लोगों ने? देखो आप लोग जलने के बाद जैसे हो जाता. So there are lots of areas, physical and mental exhaustion. Like sir is having some trouble, maybe physically. But I am extremely sorry, sir. कि आपको मैंने यहाँ पे बुलाया, but हमारा कोई और intention नहीं था. I wanted to play a game because I wanted to show that teachers don't burn out. Teachers are not supposed to burn out. We are not supposed to have stress. Sleep issues and fatigue. Many of us cannot sleep. There's a sleepless night. Daughter is studying somewhere else. Husband is somewhere else. We have to come and we have to do certain things. Mother-in-law is suffering. Mummy is suffering. There are so many of the problems we are enshrouded with. Problems? तो क्या भाग जाए? बिल्कुल भागना ही नहीं. Self-doubt or lack of confidence. The mathematics teacher, he definitely must have not faced the stage. Maybe for the first time. Am I correct, sir? Correct. He was fumbling. But did I say anything like that? No. I said it's your choice because his face was having fatigue. He was having depression. So that depression needs to be cut off by us. Help each other. Otherwise you cannot get off. Repeated periods of forgetfulness. People भूल जाते हैं. क्या पढ़ाया है? क्या लिया है? क्या किया है? भूल जाते हैं. Practicality. But still we have to fight with them. Trouble concentrating. Concentrate नहीं कर पाते. एक जगह टिके नहीं रह सकते. Continuously they have to move in. Increased or decreased appetite or weight. खाना हजम नहीं होता है. पेट में हमेशा गुड़गुड़ू. Washroom. Weight. So thyroid problems. Lack of motivation or drive. बहुत सारे लोगों को देखोगे आप लोग. चल रहा है, चलने दो. Like just now only they said that they have come over here to finish this 25 hours. But इनमें से कुछ लोग होंगे जो practically अपना class में definitely कुछ ना कुछ तो करेंगे. That's important. वही चाहिए और बाकी नहीं चाहिए. 100 में से अगर एक जन ने किया, that is enough priority. Feelings of ineffectiveness, insecurity, something which is already there, but still you find नहीं इससे कुछ नहीं होगा. करके तो देखो, then you will find something effective is there. Anxiety at high functioning level, बहुत ऊंचे level का, बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है, छोड़ छाड़ के भाग जा, something like this. No, भागोगी जाओगी कहाँ? वापस इसी में आना है because it's a small world. You have to come back to your own shell. You cannot go back. You have to, whatever the patterns you have created for your own self, you will fall into that one. So why to create models? Create pathways. That is important. Existential dread or anxiety. I am continuously telling that. Cynicism and negativity about your job. इस job में मुझे क्या दिया है? हम नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, ये है, वो है. There are lots of issues. Principal ने आज मुझको डांट दिया. बहुत गंदा लगा. क्यों डांटा है वो तो देखो. Ego problem हो सकता है. काम का problem हो सकता है. Student related problem हो सकता है. There are a hell lot of issues are being there. All of us do face this every time. So there are lots of issues what the teacher faces every day. So what is this stress?
Fun, feeling good, cruising along, when someone or something bugs you out of the blue. What do you choose to do? Do you snap back and take the bait? Like a seriously stressed out fish on a hook? Or do you make a different choice? Are you more like this thoughtful fish who didn't take the bait and just swam along, having fun, feeling just fine? So
the fact is, I did the same thing with you people. Because I'm not stressed out. There are some people, those who are stressed out, they take the bait, they get a frustration. बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा है, इसको देख कैसे गुस्सा आ रहा है? बम मार देंगे इसको। भगाओ इस बुड्ढी को यहाँ से। क्यों पचर? I came down to you. I took the people also, did over your activity. So stress को आपको क्या करना है, वो आप सोचिए। भागना है, देखना है, burn out करना है, या टिके रहना है. The choice is yours.
next time something doesn't go your way and you have a stressful feeling, remember, you have a choice. You don't have to snap and react without thinking. Will you let stress hook you or refuse to take the bait?
So this is stress. आप देखिए engagement. Too much work. Principal today has told, आज assignment सब करके जाना, नहीं तो कल से छुट्टी नहीं मिलेगी. कल Sunday है, कल भी आना है, second Saturday भी आना है. इस प्रिंसिपल की तो ऐसी की तैसी. सोचते हैं ना हम लोग, बोलते हैं ना, टाइम मैनेजमेंट कर लिया करो ना, प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो जाती है. Physically taxing. Somebody wants to say something? बोलो. My teachers don't say. इतने धड़ाके मत रखा करो प्रिंसिपल जी. Please. They love me because I love them. It is just like that. They have come to attend my session because everybody has to finish reading up. You can understand our problem solving. All right, then it is okay. ठीक है, हम बाद में बात करेंगे चुपके से. Physically taxing, racing heart, racing mind, feeling urgency. I have already just now only, while I took those 4 gentlemen over here and we were being talking about so much about stress and management and frequency and level of understanding. So what related versus each and everything. So stress, burnout, depression. So naturally, if you are not at all happy, like when I started with you, I started with happy note only. आप लोगों को डांस करने के लिए बोला था. You people were not there, you missed the dance again. So it was, after the break only I told them to dance. And that is also with the minions. I love. So, depression नहीं करने का, depression नहीं देने का, depression नहीं लेने का. That's important. So neither you be unhappy, don't give anybody unhappiness. There can be lots of trouble, there can be lots of issues. Sir, please kindly distribute. I'm about to finish. So this is for all the teachers. Those who find, आज तो देख ही लेंगे. आर्या पार. उसके लिए, चलो आर्या पार लिखेंगे.
A huge role in shaping children's lives, academically, socially, and emotionally. But teaching is known as one of the most stressful occupations. And this high stress is causing teachers to burn out, disengage, and become dissatisfied with their jobs and cause more turnover than ever. Studies estimate that between 30 and 40% of teachers will leave the profession by their 5th year. Teacher stress and turnover hurt students, schools, and communities, resulting in problems such as low student achievement in math and language arts, disrupted relationships between teachers, students, and parents, and costs to the system that exceed $7.3 billion a year. So what causes teacher stress in the first place? Many teachers are reporting that job satisfaction is at an all-time low, The pressure of high-stakes testing and managing difficult students have dramatically increased the cognitive and emotional demands of teachers, leaving them feeling overwhelmed. Teachers cite they often lack effective, inclusive leadership, and they feel powerless because they don't have much say in how the school is.
So the problem I think every one of us do face is job satisfaction are very low because the fact is whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do, people are not taking you for regard. Too many unreasonable demands because at every small speculative time you are being given lots of specks of work to do, which is impossible, impractical to finish. Lack leadership and support. You don't have that mentality. Like just a couple of minutes ago, I had pulled in the gentleman who was reluctant. So that depends on, because there are many, like the mathematician, he was the first time he was facing the stage. So you have to give propensity to each and everybody so that they understand there is a quality in each and every one. Powerless on how the school is run, हमें पता ही नहीं है. Management मेरा बात सुन नहीं रहा है. मैं कुछ कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ. There are lots of issues of the parents. There are lots of issues from the teachers. There are lots of issues from the principal. There is a lots of issue in the directors also. I don't know. There are lots of stress. So stress can be meaningful, meaningless. Sometimes it is out of the box. What to do? Please take calm and think about it twice, thrice, because it's a high time to get yourself resilient.
But there is hope. Some changes are being introduced that have been proven to help teachers. Mindfulness programs can help teachers manage emotions and find joy.
So the same way as I was trying to help you, every one of us are knowing about these frequencies, what we were been doing until now. So there is a hope and a confidence which can be built onto everybody's mind. There are many people you will be finding, those who are losing these jobs. They're so much frustrated, they're going off from this profession. This is such a noble profession. Why? Because they're stressed out. They find that it's not possible to tackle so many students with their emotions, with their mental vitalities, their vigilancies. So it is really becoming impossible, impractical for them. But there are hope. You have to be mindfulness, stay calm, think about your resolute motions, think about yourself, how you can make it possible. If not within 40 minutes, take it for remote learning areas, take it for other areas where you can connect for yourself. Because the fact is, whether you need to make them believe with social awareness or social distinctivity, that depends on you. So absolutely there are programs, there are areas. मैं ये तो नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि कोई बाबा जी के पास चले जाइए, शांति मिल जाएगी, ऐसा नहीं. शांति comes from within itself. अब शांति बाई को कहाँ खोजने जाएंगे, वो आपकी प्रॉब्लम है. घर के इर्द गिर्द खोजेंगे या स्कूल कैंपस में खोजेंगे, वो आपकी प्रॉब्लम है. If you are having a proper hobby, please maintain it. Do some singing, do some dancing, do some artifacts. If you are stressed, you will find out your own ways to develop it and to reduce it. So that's why please don't lose the hope.
While you're teaching, mentoring programs can help new teachers reduce stress, and raise workplace wellness programs can improve teacher health, lower medical costs, and reduce absenteeism. Social and emotional learning programs for students can reduce teacher burnout and increase their satisfaction. Unfortunately, not enough schools offer these scientifically proven programs. It's time for school, district, state, and federal leaders to work toward healthier school environments for all children. This report.
So the fact is, it's a very high time where the school management, the school teachers, the communities, the parents, the stakeholders, everybody has to work in hand. Then only the teachers' burnouts, speculation can be stopped. It can be only nullified, or it can be getting over it only when we do it together. Otherwise, it will never be possible. So there's high stress level. बीपी बढ़ गया है, बाबा रे, क्या करेंगे? आज माथा दर्द कर रहा है, पैर दर्द कर रहा है, पेट दर्द कर रहा है, दर्द ही दर्द है, बिल्कुल दिमाग में दर्द है. 85% of the teachers' work-life imbalance is affecting teaching. That frustration, like even in Tiwari ma'am's session also, she was saying that I may be having a very bad day, but the fact is I'm not supposed to burn out my frustration over to those people, those who are not a part of that also. That frustration is coming on to our children. 49% of the teachers' workplace is having a negative impact. You cannot make up friends. पहला वाला एकदम first topic में चला जाती हूँ मैं. When I wrote about what is emotion, there also the boy was not able to make friends because it was stress. मेरे चारों की चारों session is co-interlinked with one another. So these slides are that how being made. 50% of the teachers I have thought about leaving the profession. My God, they want to leave this particular profession. So this is the problem of the burnout session. So here we need to combat ourselves and understand. Excuse me, all of you, for 2 minutes, every one of you, please look into this. Who are we? I request, I insist, please stop your pen. You can do your feedback afterwards. Please. One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched their heart. हम लोग आज भी उसी टीचर की बात करते हैं, those who are here. Every one of us have been inspired by some of our teachers. So be that perpetual teachers, and thank you so much for the session. Thank you everyone. Very unconventional, but sorry, we are all of the same pattern. Like yesterday I said, that we are all friends and we are all doing the same work with the same pattern. First and foremost topic is NEP of the pandemic have made the education policy also to be trusted with new schemes and prodigies. So these prodigies are to be fulfilled, and of course I can understand. So that whenever we are walking, it becomes easy. Alright. Because as you can understand, in this national education policy, we have certain topics. The first topic refers about the interdisciplinary attributives. So what is this interdisciplinary attributives? That means we have to have a collaboration with all of the subjects with one another. Yesterday also, when we were doing, so many of us were trying to mingle up with so many ideologies with whatever we had and whatever we are gathering. So here we are going to talk about collaborative learning, and then we are going to talk about different kinds of emotional learning. Yesterday we did a session on emotion. That was my first session. That was on emotions, and every one of us are having emotions. As I said, that today is a Sunday, so naturally we are full of different kind of emotional initiations, because we are stressed, we are fatigued, we are agitated, but still we are on the smile to make it happen. Next, we are having this clarity of concepts, because yesterday also the same thing was going on, where we were vigilant about whatever the conspicuencies are being there for each and every subject. So each and every way they can stand on their own feet. That is the important thing. Next, we will be talking about the learning, whatever the learning. Like yesterday I did remote learning with you online, and a remote learning, and there were many people who were not knowing that remote learning is having a little bit of a thread line differences as on for the online learning also. Online learning is scheduled, it is having its own time and specific arenas where it can be modulated with different kind of topics, but in a remote learning, you can also make it, you can record yourself, you can make different ideologies, you can different way of understanding the students can be done through remote learning. Yesterday we did that, and the next is the critical thinking. Of course, every one of us are thinking for the beneficiary of each and every student, how we can enhance each and every one, those who are not only 95% holders or 99% holders, but 35% holders also. So that's why we are going to start in. So before I start in, I would request do I have a volunteer with me? I don't think so. I'm going to come down, every one of you. It is already there. So, of course, so how do you expect some serious things will be there? Of course, Indian is on the stage. Indian is already on the stage. And after you get that, that is a question. I seriously want to know what answer do I have. If you could invite a celebrity for a dinner, who it will be? Any celebrity. It can be Mr. Shah Rukh Khan also, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan also. Alright. So anything is possible. And then you have to draw a duck of your own imagination. Duck, buttock. You have to draw a duck of your imagination and speak about with your intro along. So you will give your own introduction. Whatever the introduction you want to give, in 1 word, 2 word, 3 word. Like if anybody asks me, what is your introduction? I say, totally eccentric, Srishita. Totally mad. So likewise, you can give your own adjectives. So you have 3 to 4 minutes, every one of you will be getting it. And I will be coming to you personally no problem. But the fact is, you have to draw a duck, and after drawing that duck, you have to give your intro. Why have you drawn that duck? Which kind of a duck? If you tell me to draw a duck, my duck will be looking like, I don't know, hen, peacock, I don't know what is going on. But even I'm also good at drawing some ducks. Slowly and simple. I am not good at eating. That's all. Yes, say that. Very good morning. I greeted everybody with my smile from in the morning. Today is reading. Have a smile. So the fact is, I guess the question is already there on the board. Those who have joined late. Did you get the paper, sir? Correct. Where is your pen, sir? Please do the word. I've given a word. The word is that whom do you want to invite at dinner? Any kind of a celebration. You have to write that. Next is you have to draw a duck of your own imagination. And you have to speak about that duck. Why have you drawn that particular duck with your own introduction? That's the word. Think about what you want to draw, whether you want to draw a sparrow or a duck. It's yours. Do you understand the question? The question is if you want to invite any celebration at dinner, that is your choice, and you have to draw a duck of your own imagination and speak about that duck with your own introduction. Okay? Alright, ladies? Beautiful? Okay, and the handsome? All my greeneries, my meadows, celebrity of then you draw a duck. This is the imagination duck. So whenever I'm going to call you one by one, you tell me about your introduction and why your duck. What is your duck? It is your inner quality. It's your inner quality duck. Inner quality duck. Thank you. Is everybody's duck ready? Is everyone's duck ready, please? Duck is ready. Yes. Got a response? The mic is here, all right? Hot lady is feeling hot? They are feeling hot. Be quick. Alright, can I have the first table? Excuse me, I'll go on the last table because first table always first. No. Last table is always first. The backbenchers. I love the backbenchers. सोच लो बारी पड़ सकती है. Alright, तो आपकी डक क्या कहती है? क्यों तैरे? कहाँ जाना चाहती है? मछली पकड़ने. हो गया ना? डिनर आज पक्का है. कोई बात नहीं. Each and every subject can be coded. There is always a question: rich is becoming far more richer and the poor is getting far more poorer. Why? This question's answer has never been given by Mr. Amartya Sen, who has got a honorary Nobel Prize for that. But still, he couldn't give this perpetuality also. There are questions in history. Many questions are there which is not yet been deciphered or answered by many of the historians or the calligraphers or the geographers. Why? Ask them, show them. If you are putting on a topic, please start with unknown effects or unknown facts of those topics. You will find out people will ask you questions. I start my class. If you are starting with a topic, please start with an unknown effects. Because people are always curious to learn because every day they come to know something new which they have never seen or never heard or never have understood, and nobody took the initiative to tell them this is to be done. Or if you don't do this, what would be the effect? So those effectualisms actually needed to slow them. What is sociology? There are many people who doesn't know the difference between psychology, physiology, sociology. Speak up. Only two things they know in Jharkhand: JEE and NEET. मेरा बच्चों को genetics, about DNA. Speak it to them until and unless you speak to history probability. That can be also spoken or that can be shown in the class. Do something new because they already know about the practical dates, they know about the practicals, but it is not possible every time to carry them to the practical labs. Show them some practicality which is there on your hands. Environmental science, physics and engineering. Now how will you show physics and engineering with this? Can I have an answer? I have an answer. Can you show physics and engineering with the maze? Is there anyone? Sir, I'll come to you. Physics. I have my answer. Let me see. Is my answer matching to you?
There are two parts. One is theoretical and another is practical. So, theoretical and practical. So when
if you want to connect that maze, how will you connect that?
Which one?
That maze. That maze. You see that corn is being there in between? That corn. If you want to describe a corn, how will you treat it with physics and engineering? That's what I was talking about.
That can be in a solid structure. We can put it as a proper structure is being there, and they are having a proper arrangement. One array is there, and it would be placed in such a way such that it make it symmetrical.
Absolutely.
Vertical growth. So symmetrically you can see that it's having one proper structure, and it is being that if you on a structure based if you go, then there is a structural study being there, solid state. On that we can make it like a crystal array as it is being made. So like that we can just explain it.
Yes, that's what I wanted. Thank you so much, sir. You have anything to speak, sir?
Just the growth, if we are talking about vertical, different vertical growth is there. See.
So likewise, that's what I'm saying. With any of the objects, you can make your interdisciplinary activities. That was my point. Make it possible. We can interact with so many subjects. So it depends on us what we are trying to incorporate, initiate, and culminate. So this is a multidisciplinary approach. In a multidisciplinary approach, different disciplines teach their subjects separately. Can you lower the bass a little bit? Because it's getting heavy. Separately and independently. Thank you. And each discipline provides its own perspective on the topic. Just now, when you saw that corn, Vishwas sir spoke about its measurement. DP sir, the principal sir, he spoke about also the measurement and the topicality about its variations. So there are lots of variations what we can present in the handful of objects, whatever is present to us. The focus is on learning the specific knowledge and skills of each discipline. I'm not saying that you have to be out of the track of it. Like I spoke in English, whenever you are teaching that particular chapter on Antarctica, please show them about Antarctica, because they only know Antarctica means only penguins. But Antarctica does not only mean about penguins. It talks about the environmental science. If Antarctica's ice absolutely gets melted, the tectonic plates will be absolutely disturbed and we will be underwater. The geographical people, those who make the students study about geography, please show them. Understand them what is a tectonical plate, because many of them, they don't know what does a tectonical plate looks like. How does the earth properly looks like, that only they don't know. Please take an atlas. If it is not possible, globe is absolutely whenever you are doing. So it has no foundation. English, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, there is no foundation where you can take any kind of skills that is required. So for an example, like what I wrote, in a multidisciplinary approach to the topic, the weather, the science teacher teaches about science of weather. The math teacher teaches about how to measure and analyze weather data, and the social studies teacher teaches about the social economic impacts of weather on different regions. Think about it. A student up till 10th is reading each and every subject with specific modulation. Why not to make it far more clarified, far more unique, far more spectralized? So that would be far more better. So interdisciplinary approaches, this is a multidisciplinary approach, what I believe in, not only in interdisciplinary. So in an interdisciplinary approach, approach different disciplines collaborate. Collaborate means coming together. That's very important. Like we all of us are coming from a different strata, different area, different language, different subjects, different uniqueness, but we are all together here because every one of us are having one motto. कुछ नया सीखने को शायद मिल सकता है. शायद ये शायद के पीछे शायद कपूर नहीं, शायर के पीछे. The focus is on creating connections and relationship between different disciplines to provide a more comprehensive understanding. That's very true. I've seen many of the class 12 students also, they cannot comprehend what is written in the sentence. You know why? Because their vocabularies are too weak. They cannot comprehend the question of the physics. They cannot comprehend the question of the chemistry. I'm not talking about the 99.9% students who is going to score 99.9. I'm talking about 35% for the student. What to do for them? Because if they fail, the principals are not going to leave us. That's very true. Because our scores will be down and they will be coming with their flaring mementos with us. Because of you did not take the class, that's why it does happen. So why to take the charge? So that's very essential for every one of us to be very tangible with our own props. Please, those who have not yet started to use your props, because to show them the correct one. So that's why show something important. Create some importance. Create your personality in such a fashion that they are compelled to listen to you. You have to make that kind of a classroom where people should listen to you. Why will they not listen? Because you're a teacher. You can create that charisma within yourself. But you have to do it. How? Think about it. That's why we have brain. Only 2% or hardly 1.5 we use. Think about Mr. Einstein, he used 12%. So at least we can use a little bit of it. What do you say, the biology teachers? We can. We must. For example, in an interdisciplinary approach, the topic of globalization, I think this is a topic which is being taught in economics, geography, philosophy, sociology, even in science also. Without globalization, physics will also not rupture as it should have been. Am I correct, the physics people? So these are important. So the history teacher teaches about the history of globalization, the geography teacher teaches about the physical and cultural characteristics of different religions or the regions. Economics teacher teaches about economic patterns or impacts of globalization. So together they create more complete understanding of the complex. Why complex? Because of course, it's very authentic because most of the things they are looking each and everywhere. But they cannot incorporate, they cannot visualize, they cannot combine that what is exact, why is this done? If you go and ask a simple Hindu boy, why is this young person won't be able to say because he or she must have not learned. But you need to understand it that this pious or this serene divinity is being done to remove the evils. So where are the evils? The social evils or the social cultural orthodoxies. That's to make them understand. Even the scientific issues are being there because if there are any kind of a germ, that will be different. So, and even when they pile up the pyre of the fire, the measurements, each and everything can be tucked in with lots of specific, you can say specific subjects. So these are interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach. What depends on us, what we want to do, what we want to culminate, what we want to incorporate. What is the difference? I would like to see it. If you cannot see it, I would request you to stand up because this is a very important difference and I love this kind of a difference even in the classroom. Small bits of soup type kind of a thing. This is a salad which is represented as a mixed salad where the ingredients remain separate and distinguishable. Here it is mixed. It's mixed and served as in a shape of a chicken stew or any kind of a stew you normally have been happening to eat that or drink it rather I must say. But in a salad we could see specifically all the ingredients but though it is mixed. Coming to a cake, I love this. Represented as a cake pick them. Stew is being made with hardly 2 or 3 substances. Salad we can make with lots of, and each of them can be distinguished. One by one we can pick them and understand, acha, with these things also we can do it. But for a cake, togetherly they are mixed. They are mixed with one another and they result in something completely different. That's what I want the students to be made of. Different ingredients but compiled and composed, and they come out to the society as a complete individual. Self-aware, self-disciplined, self-resigned and self-liberalized. That's important. So this is an interdisciplinary. See, I've tried to make it as easy as possible. I know every one of you are educated, every one of you are having your own speculative way of thinking. But still, what I thought, what I have seen throughout, I have tried to make it in a chart like this. Working between more than one discipline, blurring boundaries. So this is very important. Interaction among disciplines to achieve new integrated understanding. When we make a stew, yesterday also I said, रात का बचा हुआ चावल रख दिया जाए, तो क्या हम लोग फेंक देते हैं? नहीं. Some innovation we do. We ladies do that. This is interdisciplinary. Multidisciplinary. Working with multiple disciplines, maintaining boundaries. Multiple but distinct disciplinary perspectives that explore a topic, issue, idea, concurrent or sequential. Like that maze, that corn, and there are so many subjects that you can interlink. But transdisciplinary research within academics, transdisciplinary research goes beyond academia and involves stakeholders from policy, civil and society. Your surveys, your project, everything is transdisciplinary. That is important. Again the question comes in, ma'am, within 40-45 minutes, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Yes, it is possible. Prepare yourself. Yesterday, after going back from here, I changed 2-3 slides because I was thinking something ahead. This is the slide, the previous slide was incorporated just yesterday night. Because I was thinking how to modulate. Because yesterday I was upset when I heard the lady said, I'll just give an information and I'll start. I said, what information will you give? There's no country. Just make it a mix. Present this as a sweet dish. Make it possible. अतिथि घर में आता है हम लोग क्या देते हैं? Sweet ही देते हैं ना? खरवा तो नहीं देते. So make it a sweet dish. Subjects are very beautiful. They are romantic. Don't make it unromantic. See, this is unromanticism. Which I don't. Physics. Please. Probable X in your classroom. So through those sums served, this is going a little bit that side. Why is it it's going this side? It's not visible properly. Those sums can be served once. So condiments and salad dressing which exists is a variety of flavors. Different flavors. Cucumber flavors different. Carrot is having a different flavor. If you are using chickpeas, that is also having a different sensation. So all these, okay, far more better. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So everything is having a different taste. Every subject is having a different taste. But we can combine and we can serve them in a platter. If salad can be possible, then of course the subject can be plated and catered into one. Somebody is saying, I love to make that. I can hear it. Cocoa powder, sugar, coffee, butter, salt, egg, veggie oil. There are so many things. All can be incorporated to make one sweet dish. So why cannot our subjects? Coming back to you, which I was being disturbed by my tick-tick ghadi. So, he's very angry when I say him tick-tick ghadi. He's always like that. Alright, so the fact is, that child came up to me and said that, ma'am, I live in such a stubborn area that people will not speak about their religioustic approaches. I said, alright, I'll come along with you. She said that, ma'am, you have a language problem. How will you come? I said, I will speak in my tuta-puta Hindi. They understand, no? Otherwise, I will start in English. They will also understand. What they will understand and what they will speak, we both will not understand, but at least their gestures will understand. Believe me or not, I went to their house. It was in a thatched roof house. Somehow or the other way, the parents are managing the student to read in our Bethel Mission School. So I asked them. So the father was an orphan and the mother is having her parents. And they come from, I cannot just express, I had tears in my eyes because they have never seen food, good food. What do you talk about religion? So I said that, आप लोग मस्ती करते हैं दिवाली जब होता है? बोले आप करते हैं, दिया जलाते हैं। तो क्यों दिया जलाते हैं? भगवान को मानते हैं, ऐसे लिए दिया जलाते हैं। So I said that child, her name is Roshni Marani. So I said, beta, you write whatever the instinct comes from your mother. You go around your own societal people and ask them what do they do. Believe me or not, I don't know. There are many people you must have intervened like that. I went to one of the house of the student where they served me food, lunch, because it was afternoon. And they were very hesitant, of course, because teacher has come, madam has come, English madam has come, I am being called as English madam over there. English madam has come. So I said, no problem, I'll sit. I sat with them and I saw in a platter, whatever the food they have cooked, they are putting it in the middle of the veranda. In the middle of the veranda. I am a very badmash bacha. I asked, "Kyun leke ja rahe ho?" One by one they are going. I think, if I'm not wrong, it was 10 to 12 platter was there. There was no one over there in the veranda. And we were all sitting over here. Those family members and the child. They said that our forefathers are, the graveyard is that. That is in the veranda of their house. All the forefathers are being dipped inside the soil. That's a culture. Though I had a eerie feeling, little bit aching also, but I admired. This is kind of culture I have never heard of because I am not being brought up like that. It's a typical different culture. I said, you write this and I will talk about this in the class. It's unique. None of us knew this, none of us have spoken about this. That made it transdisciplinary attributes. And why it is done with that Pradeep, how we can make it possible with physics and chemistry, that also she had mentioned. She made political science also included in it. She maintained economics with that because poverty came into it. She maintained ecology, the balance of the environment. So there are lots of things that she could culminate. It's because when a teacher shows respect for a student who may not be like you or me, definitely reciprocates you in that sense. That is transdisciplinary. I don't know how many of you have done this, but please find breakfast because this is what we are. As you could see, National Pollution Control Day was yesterday, but I could not speak about it because interdisciplinary activity was being given today. So it was not possible. So climate change working models. Some couple of days before only, you had a science exhibition over here. I don't know, was there any model about climate change? Was there any model being there? If models are not being made, please tell them to do some working models. They will love to do it. There are innumerable tools what you can enhance and do it with your own self. I want every one of you to see this. I know many of you must have seen it. This is what we are. Sound please. Without the sound it will not. Sound. Sound. science, the metallurgic science. So of course, even I think in English, again English, see, English is there, physics is always there. Romanticism always happens with science and logics. So, quantum physics is already there in the chapter called Adventure. If I'm not wrong, Mr. Gaitunde. English teachers, class 11 it is there. Quantum physics. A person just moving into a place where he sits over there and he gets into a library which was 100 years before or more than before. So he finds if at that time a bullet must not have pricked the Maratha soldiers, the Maratha king, the history would have been different. But when he came out and he finds, oh my goodness, when he woke up the next morning, he finds, had I been dreaming? But he finds that slip was also being there of the National Library where he had seen it.
But that is quite confusing, ma'am.
It is very confusing. That's why it is physics, quantum physics. Do we know about space?
Hypothetical, that is clear hypothetical.
It's very hypothetical. Actually, physics is hypothetical. You tell me, have you ever found the definition of romanticism, sir?
No, ma'am.
What is love? You ask your wife, you will have a different answer. If you had a girlfriend of your own time, you will have a different answer. So naturally, that's quantum physics.
One for the literature. For the literature people, one for
literature people, please. I want to hear also.
There is one book is Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. There's a book is available also, Alice in Quantum Land. Alice in Quantum Land. It's not available in India. You will get it in Amazon, USA or US like that. You find it that book. If it is not there, then you can find an ebook also. So you will go through that, the Alice in Quantum Land. So it's a literature and quantum mechanics. All will be on that. Yeah. So once you see that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Somebody who's thinking like me now. I think like this way. All right. So again, the last, and there was a question one lady yesterday asked me, ma'am, why is minions always in your slides? I'm a minion who does not have a language, who is always funny. But in this funny bones also, there is science. So that's why minions. Frame a focusing question linked to your prior knowledge of students. Likewise, now he just focus on it. Present a field of facts. 5 W's. What they want to know. Yesterday I played a game with you. What you knew, what you still want to know, what you want, what you have learned, and how would you implement. Help learners to connect and create facts, interpret the meanings. More and more synonyms. If you don't know, serve and go home. Please take up your dictionary. सीखने का कोई उम्र नहीं होता. Please सीखिए. Regular सीखिए. Help learners generate extraordinary ideas like I am doing it. Yesterday I said, no, I thought of a salad and that. While I was going, I was thinking, मैं क्या करूँ जिससे आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा difference मिले. Why not I किया? Help your learners to find your answer. So it's a break. Everybody please kindly go for your breakfast because I know every one of you are hungry. We'll come back for the next session. Thank you. Can I give another volunteer please? Now Manindra ma'am is also sharing. You have to share all of them. Sketchbook you keep it please. Because I don't have so much. What else? Not this. Second and fourth PPTs. I mean to say second and fourth topic. We will be reading the same chart paper. अब लोग थोड़ा सा ध्यान दीजिए. Second or fourth PPT में ये इसी chart का इस्तेमाल of the same topic that I started with you. So this is in designing an effective e-learning content strategies. What is the meaning of capsule? That is first most important thing. When you enter inside your classroom, every one of us are having certain effects. So if you do a little bit of modulate things within yourself, a kind of a module, a kind of a project, what you have done at your own home, and you brought and you presented in front of the student that this is my topic. Today I am going to reiterate on this particular topic with the help of my module. It will be helpful. May I have some silence please? I know every one of you are having your own uniqueness. But sophisticated within ourselves? Kindly. So capsule model that is a capsule module. A module which you have prepared by your own self, showing to the students that innovations can be done like this sort. Why modules important in education? I think every one of us, the 21st century educators, this is a small learning unit. Like today, whatever I am showing, this is my module. This is my interjection of showing today's how education can be incorporative, culmination can be possible, and dimensionally and diagonally we can mingle and get ourselves dwindle with each other with their specific uniqueness. So module is a small learning unit and is usually a standardized format. It helps students to obtain information more systematically and practically. Like take it for granted, you want to show them an inclined pulley or an inclined plane. Please do it and share it with them some substance which is available with you. With the help of a scale or with an inclined plane, you can keep 2 copies and you can show them how an inclined plane moves it. Practical examples are very much required in this. The basic philosophy behind instructional module is generally accepted fact that each learner is unique. Like I'm continuously telling you, but I'm not getting that response, which is very upsetting and very disturbing also for me. It's very disturbing and very upsetting for me also. So you expect that your children will listen to you. I know I am continuously giving you. A job is not only a job, it's a passion. So we have to also make it. It depends on you how you want to do it. So that's why module or capsule learning is very much important. If you go into the different states of the other parts of India, there you will be finding the teachers are being trained in this and they are doing it. In Jharkhand it is not being possible because the educational qualitativeness is not being shown. Even if a teacher is trying to do, he or she is being pulled down. ज़्यादा दिखाती है. ये ज़्यादा दिखाती नहीं है, करना है. तभी जाके हर एक बच्चा IPS, IAS हो सकता है without cheating. ये change करना है. Habits change करना है. Gesture change करना है. Outlook change करना है. So this basic philosophy behind instructional module is the generally accepted fact that each learner is unique and different from other in background experiences, like I told you when I shared you about the first session of mine. Inherent qualities, because they have seen maybe an abusive childhood, maybe they have seen a struggling childhood, maybe they have seen a poverty in their lifestyle. Their economical inclusion and exclusion can affect and of course have been affecting their modulated studies. So these are important habits, learning style, and that we should be allowed to grow and develop the fullest. As you could see, I have taken one picture. I am feeling and thinking and seeing and wondering and noticing. When a capsule is being given to a particular student, a model is being given to that, they become inquisitive. We have to nurture, we have to prick their curiosity. That is important. Steps that you can do is identify a target group. Identify those groups who are 35%. Very low average students, please target them because they may be tactile learners. Touching it. I will then only speak when everybody stops because it is really disturbing. Please, carry on. Please, it is disturbing me. Else, do you want me to get down from the stage? Then I can do that also. Please. I'm continuously telling you I'm not over here to give any kind of a version or a lecture. But if I do not get a cooperation, I won't be getting it possible, and Anandita also cannot come to the stage to present her sessions. Please, cooperate. So please identify the target group who really needs your tactile versatileness, inductibilities. Identify learners who needs this particular group. Decide terminal behavior. You set an objective. Like taking for granted, yesterday also I was saying about project learning. So whenever you give a project, give the tougher one who have not been on this contract. Set their goals, set their terminology, set their induction. It will be easy. You know, they will be facing problems. They will come to you. They will have many questions. That is what we want to incite. So that's why module learning becomes very important in this criteria. Assessment of entry behavior through pre-test. Like you gave one subject or you gave one topic to learn. How they have prepared with their project areas. Give them a kind of a test, give them a kind of a survey, give them a kind of a mock area. ASL, English teachers. It's a very prominent way of understanding what they have understood. When two people interact with one another, with their own thoughts, with their, you can say, procrastination or procrastination, so it becomes a relevance. So that can be also understood and felt. Framing objectives, learning activities, formative evaluation and summative evaluation. Summative evaluation every one of us are doing. Tests, examination, midterm, first term, half-yearly, annually, all we are doing. What is the outcome? The short test, whatever you are taking. They can be angry, they can be furious, they can be agitated, but we cannot stop making them learn about new things which are available. As I am continuously telling you, students are aware, but they are not self-aware. That self-awareness can be only possible when we make them possible. Each and everyone is doing specific work, and that's with that speculation, they are able to, incite their own curiosity. Okay, I was not knowing this. They will do their own research work. They will also come up with another examples what they were not knowing it. Just a couple of minutes ago, when I was talking about quantum physics, Sir came up and told me that there was so much of the problems that was in his mind. When we shared so many things, then he said, all right, I will also research on this. I said, yes sir, there are research works which have been going on in this quantum theory about something which has been happening in the parallel world, and exactly it has been happening in this world because somebody is thinking about it. So whether this theory is proven theoretically, hypothetically, or you can say in a different analytical formation, that is to be read. So there are researches which are going on. See, there are so many questions because Sir is so much confident, he's so compassionate, he's listening to me, he's having questions. This is what I am saying. If your teaching is having that inquisitiveness, of course they will ask you questions which they have never faced or they have it in their minds. So simple interesting activities can be incorporated in the module which will enable the student to actively participate in the learning processes. Of course, I will also do the same thing with you people. Module helps the students to be independent thinking. I am trying to make everyone, of course every one of you will say, ma'am, we are independent, we are all doing, jobs. That does not make us independent, sorry. We are independent. How much independent we are in our thinking? Your duck in the morning I was asking. Somebody says, ma'am, it is going somewhere, it is going to success. Which success are you talking about? What is it success? Are you talking about... Yesterday also I said, mass would not have been possible for us if we would not have, vouched ourselves with that color work. Consider the ideas for initiating the teaching. Teaching is not only in a square. What I said, today also I continue that career counseling can be done by us through our modified teaching. If we modify ourselves and integrate ourselves, then only we can modify them. Ideas for assessing, that is formative and summative, I have told you. You can take a test, you can understand it by through their whatever they are doing it. Additional information, website references. Please give them the correct references from where they should look into it. Because nowadays what is happening, A is also saying something, B is also saying something, C is also saying something. Where to go and what to listen. So give them the right thing when you have listened it, when you have understood it, that yes, this can be incorporated into that. So that's why it is important. Student opportunities for self-development itself, for self-evolution. So this is a very important activity. Now I am going to do an activity with every one of you. Every one of you are having a chart paper. Every one of you are having a chart paper. I guess every one of you are having a chart paper, right? Is there a sketch pen? Are you having a pencil or a pen in your hand? Yeah. Those who don't have a pencil, I can lend you some pencils. We'll keep it for one activity. This is our second session. This one for the fourth session. So we can reuse it. Please let the children also learn how to reuse certain things. Some of the benches have got used chart papers, but the opposite end, it is absolutely free. So we are trying to reuse it. So you have, excuse me, those who cannot see from the back, it is for them. There are 4 questions being written. 4 questions are being written. First is, create an advertising campaign to sell a product. Next one is a calendar charting the dates of key events. This can be applied to an historical events like a famous battle, a scientific event such as a part of Hurricane Katrina or sequence of the events in the story, or create a flag representing either an actual country, or you can prepare a questionnaire. There are 4 questions. Among these 4 questions, every table has to do only 1 question. There are 4 questions. I repeat, there are 4 questions. You have to do only 1 question. I am repeating the questions. Whoever wins this, whoever has done the project well, will be awarded. So what are the questions? The questions are, create an advertising campaign. You can create any advertising campaign. Have you shared the sketch pens also? If you have got the sketch pen, pencil, rubber, eraser is being shared to you. Either you can create an advertising campaign, or you can do a calendar, or you can create a flag, or you can create a questionnaire. Among the 4, only 1 to do. Your time is exactly 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
All of you present over here, we are here to sell a product which we all know. This is a sanitary pad. Okay, we all.
Because at least you spoke about out of the mountain. Thank you. Someone who came with a sanitary pad. Yesterday I spoke about biology.
Yes, ma'am.
Kuch to hua.
Well, why we have felt this, because still today we know that even like the daughters hesitate to ask that from their father.
Very good.
They have to go to the mother. Like I have a niece, she cannot tell that to me directly. She had to tell to my sister. My sister is telling that to me. Bro, go and bring this for your niece. That is the condition. So still today this awareness is lacking. We don't know why. It is quite natural, normal. It is very, very normal. We don't know why, right?
Can we have a round of applause, please? Yes, of course.
Even the shopkeeper wraps that in a black polythene and gives it to you. First, provide sanitary pads to them. Okay? Definitely. You did it, ma'am. Thank you. Over to Ethel.
Yes, sir? Yeah, truly. Of course.
Well, still in India, there are some villages जहाँ पे 4.71% जहाँ पे girls are using pads. I don't know why अभी भी ये जो सेल्फ अवेयरनेस है स्टिल पेंडिंग। ये अभी भी हम लोग में मे बी ये इनिशिएटिव स्कूल्स को भी लेना चाहिए। जो विलेजेस है हमारे नियर बाय पाकुर इज रियली अ बैकवर्ड प्लेस, रूरल एरिया द सराउंडिंग। ओके, सो आई थिंक स्कूल्स को भी इनिशिएटिव लेना चाहिए जहाँ पे
we can excel, yeah, together we need to excel,
exactly that can be done so